Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
If the Lord had not been on our side, let Ghana say, let Israel say, let the people of your household say, if the Lord had not been on our side, when people attacked us, they would have swallowed us alive. When their anger fled against us, the flood would have engulfed us. The torrent would have swept over us. The raging waters would have swept us away. Oh, but praise be to God, who has not let us be torn by their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the fowler's snare. The snare has been broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Friday morning, 6:28. Welcome to a brand new day, brand new show, 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Caleb Kuda. Esther PSC and her friends setting us off on a note of gratitude, reflecting on our lives and the goodness of the Lord, how far He has brought us, sparing us from the snare of the fowler. Oh, when the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we're like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues were songs of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. Indeed, this morning the Lord has done great things for us. And we're starting our morning on the note of gratitude. Now hear me, gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a thought pattern. It's a way of life. Our reflections of how far we have come and how good has been to us is demonstrated in our way of life. So it's not just in the songs we sing, it's in how we approach life with diligence. Because if you're grateful for anything you have, you care for it. And this morning we're grateful for the opportunity we have to serve you on the power, through the power of radio. And so we approach this with all the diligence we can. We're grateful for the land we call our home. It's called Ghana. We are happy to be here. We love this space and we are approaching it with all the care and diligence we can afford. And so today, and indeed throughout this month, we are focusing on businesses with a greater focus on agribusiness. And from today, tomorrow, Sunday, we are massing the nation. We are converging on the Fua Sutherland Children's Park. My goodness, we are blessed with the increase of the earth, the increase of the land. And we are showing God our gratitude also by multiplying it. We would all be there to buy from our farmers, to enjoy what we've been blessed with. So join us, let's do this together. Business Sense was brought to you by Axis Bank. The news review will be coming your way shortly. So it's an interactive show. 0549-986-996, where are you listening to us from, and where would you be joining us from at the Fua Sutherland Children's Park? Let us know. Are you coming with your truck? Are you coming with the children? It's good to see you. Let's catch up later. Welcome to the show.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
What's up, bro? One. We're in the top box.
Thirty-two after 6, and indeed, Yawazoye. Future farmers, agro entrepreneurs, we are all meeting. If you're passionate about snail farming, beekeeping, fish farming, any other exciting agribusiness, the Agri Fair 2025 is all you need. That's where you've got to be. It's starting today to Sunday. So join us for hands-on clinics and training sessions with top experts in the field. Whether you're a beginner or looking to scale up, there is something for everyone. Learn the secrets to success in snail farming, low-cost, high-demand protein, beekeeping, sweet profits with every hive, fish farming, sustainable food and income, and much more. If you're ready to take the next step, call or WhatsApp 0558-973-973 now to register and secure your spot. In fact, by now, you are very late, but just cool. Don't miss out on this opportunity. The Agri Fair 2025 is where culture meets innovation. Brought to you by Channel 1 Television with support from 97.3 Citi FM. Proudly sponsored by Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, the Horticulture Business Platform, Trillium Ghana Limited, Technology Partner is Farmer Line. Fidelity Bank is sponsoring us to bring you the newspaper review. And they are saying that if you're ready to step into your dream lifestyle, then mark your calendars, because the Hills and Homes Expo 2025 is here. It's the ultimate fair for everything mortgage and auto. Is happening at the Guard Park at the Accra Mall from the 19th to the 21st of June. Whether you're buying your first home or upgrading your ride, this is one-stop shop for great mortgage deals, expert advice, and unbeatable rates and discounts from our auto and real estate partners. Ridiculously low interest rate is what you get from Fidelity Bank during the Expo, so do well to pass by. Admission is free. Wheels and Homes Expo 2025 is powered by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. Kotokraba for Owazoye. Our Kodo. Or move. Good morning, Francisca.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited and I'm really pumped up for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Yeah, man. So we are looking forward to the Agri fair and all that it promises. I'm looking forward to some porky, some rabbit.
I'm doing my shopping today after work, and then I'll be joining you guys on Saturday and Sunday for the live band, for the food. Definitely going to be a great weekend.
I'm told some banku and okra will be in the mix too. So
I'm
all up for it. The Agri fair is where to be this weekend, and we are certainly not missing out. We're jumping into the news review quickly with
Okay, so I'll start with the Ghanaian Times. Cover stories. Producer inflation eases to 10.2% in May.
Great.
Government committed to enhancing SHS infrastructure from Dr. Apak. Also, vetting of SC nominee by Parliament postponed indefinitely, and we have an update on that it will be happening today.
Okay.
One more story on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Inferno in Tema. Fire consumes 500 structures, displaces 700.
And Daily Graphic this morning, no academic fee policy. 129,000 freshers apply for grant. Comes with a photograph of Harun Idrisu. He was speaking in Parliament yesterday. And fake titles, certificate saga, lecturer advocates, law-backed national database of professional titles, and Sunyani Traditional Council suspends Queen Mother over installation of chief. And on the back page, Dade Kotopon Municipal top performing assembly, yay! And government takes delivery of 441,860 doses of HPV vaccines.
The Chronicle is leading with this story. It's over. 60 MPs declare for DMB.
Okay.
Also, Adan Traditional Council is hot over a certain sponsoring of Safari Valley Resort.
Let me take you to the Daily Guide this morning. The big story says MPP flag bearer race begins. And also on the front page, EC defends emergency ballot reprinting. And something here that says unresolved Ablekuma North parliamentary election results issue with AG. I don't understand. Unresolved Ablekuma North parliamentary election results issue with AG. Maybe it means something.
Okay, to the Herald now, and 60 MPs back. Baumia as Kenneth Japan woos MMDCs with lavish food. EC goes adamant over Blekuma North election concerns, ready to declare controversial results amid political tension.
Okay.
Another concerning story, over 500,000 tramadol pills seized at Tema Port.
The Daily Gist says hot race in MPP. Baumia sweeps MPs. Kenneth Japan courts former DCEs. Also on the front page, MPP moves to scrap super delegate system, holds confab in July of this year.
Okay.
Government strips headmasters of feeding senior high school students. And then Educhum joins MPP presidential race with baggage. So they have asked with baggage. There's a fine gentleman. He's received an award in the US.
Okay, so the Inquisitor has on its front page, OSP wins at court. Ken's wanted tag holds. Also declare assets by July 15. Mahama to MMDCEs.
Let me take you to the Daily Analyst. Galamsey fight. Government must be decisive. There's some association demanding this. Also on the front page this morning, Jumfo gets massive support in Ashanti region.
Thank you.
Yes, the president of the GJ.
Thank you.
I'm told he's getting massive support according to the paper. And then some other stories here, including one that says Adan youth voice outrage over lavish trip by traditional leaders. Hey, I'm out for the enjoy.
The New Republic leads with a story, $1 million scam shocker, love rats exposed.
Let me take you to the Catholic Standard. So this, the story says attending Catholic school is a choice, not compulsion. Supreme Court nominee Amale Boba is quoted here saying this is creating some...
Amale Boba.
Amale Boba.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Amale Boba Okay, so this is creating some storm, with the views that she expressed regarding religious rights.
Right.
Well, some people defend it, others disagree.
Yeah.
So another one here says Ghana needs to revisit General Champon's policies.
We'll get to that.
Okay, finally, the Ghanaian Point front page stories: Julius and Johnson. It's a settling as NPP prepares for presidential primaries in January 2026. So this is a reference to the internal politics of NDC.
So who is Julius and John here?
Julius and Johnson, Deborah and Johnson Asiedu in Kitia. That's what the paper is suggesting. Also,
who will be the candidate?
Who will be the main and who will be the...
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so another story. Ghana Armed Forces set to recruit thousands of officers and soldiers. That's from the Defense Minister. Ibrahim Mahama gifts Azuma Nelson Toyota Fortuner cash to honor boxing legacy.
Okay, let me take you online quickly, and we'll start with this one. Local poultry industry can meet national demand if given policy backing, association tells government. This is on the High Street Journal, and we're told food prices plummet, bringing relief to Ghanaians. There's more on that on the High Street Journal. If you go to channel1news.com, add your voice to resolve Ablekuma North stalemate. This is a carefree to Parliament. Let's rally behind Baumia for 2028. This is Efia MP. He's urging MPP MPs. OSP charges for over stolen rice containers at the Tema port. Efficiency and research key to boosting Ghana's agricultural output. This is John Dumelo. On the flag bearer race, CC NPP MPs voluntarily support Baumia. This is Amprechum Sapong, and Ghana still on Agric. Ghana needs agricultural service, not just ministry. Professor Canton has been speaking at the fair we put together, and there's an interesting story in the eastern region that's captured here. Midwife delivers baby on farm in Upper Manya Krobo. Very interesting how the midwife and her team moved in swiftly to save the mother and child. On citynewsroom.com, EC rules out rerun of Ablekuma North's parliamentary polls for now. Appointments committee to vet Justice Akabuafo today after petition delays. And Channel 1 TV's maiden 3-day Agri Fair opens today. We're all looking forward to that. If you go to my draw online quickly, economy recovering on paper but not in pockets. Economists warns of disconnect. John Ewa says Ghana needs values, not a new constitution. Prices still climbing despite falling inflation, says Professor Assuming. And then fraudulent scheme at Ghana's mission in Washington DC rakes in $4.8 million annually. This is a black one. That story came in a bit earlier. If you go to CNN, then you hear all about Iranian missile strikes, tech park housing Microsoft office in southern Israel. White House hopes that Iran under attack, but Israel and Trump's 2-week time frame sets off scramble to restart talks with Iran, and there are no signs of de-escalation between Israel and Iran as Trump issues ultimatum. Here is the latest. Let me start with the local poultry industry that can meet national demand if giving policy backing. So at the City Business Forum, the Greater Accra Poultry Farmers Association said it can meet Ghana's poultry demand if given policy and financial support. Chairman Kwame Ntim Dodu urged gradual reduction of imports to revive the local industry and ensure fair competition for domestic producers. So Greater Accra Poultry Farmers Association has reaffirmed the sector's readiness to meet Ghana's domestic poultry demand if only the government introduces bold policy and financial interventions to reduce the country's heavy reliance on imports. Don't forget already the sector minister has said that we import over $2 billion worth of chicken every year. Now Ghana currently imports an estimated 70% of its poultry consumption, mainly from the United States, Brazil and the EU. And local farmers, by contrast, face high import costs, limited access to financing, and market distortion. So all of that we are seeking to bridge with Agri Fair, giving farmers the platform to sell some more and all of that. So
That's
let's
happening
put some
later,
money
starting later
where our
today.
mouth is. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you know where to go. It
Yeah,
is
man.
just opposite the
National Theatre.
Yes, National Theatre. Is
Yes.
that opposite? Adjacent, one of them, depending on where
Depending on
you're
where you're standing.
Adjacent.
Depending on where you're standing.
Yeah, so come with your gagba.
LFF,
Yes, and dress appropriately, like you are going to the
Comfortable
market.
shoes.
Yes,
Comfortable
because
shoes.
you're
Yes.
coming to walk in the
So
market.
boy your duku on your
Yes,
wig.
Yes.
and then when you come, no,
Yes.
bring forward your very best negotiation skills.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay. I don't think you even need to negotiate.
Oh, you don't have to
Because
negotiate.
this one farm girls, yeah, titi
Yeah,
say who?
oh, okay.
Understand?
Okay, just say,
Easy,
shall we go
easy.
to Nene?
No. If you are cooked is so.
Yeah, so yeah, we did a market inside.
Pocho.
Yeah, Agbeli, Charlie, let's go.
Very
Very well. I'll take you to the Ghanaian Times and the story headline: 3 Ghanaians face extradition to the U.S. for cyber fraud. This story is written by Malik Suleimana. 3 Ghanaians will be extradited to the United States of America in the coming days to stand trial in a $100 million cyber fraud scheme involving business email compromise and romance fraud. The accused Isaac Kofi Odro Boateng, also known as Kofi Boat, the alleged kingpin, one agony and an unnamed person, had already appeared before a magistrate court on June 16 and remanded into police custody. They were arrested on Friday, June 13, 2025, during a joint operation by Interpol and the FBI. The court learned that a 4th suspect is on the run and is being sought by law enforcement agencies.
That's true. The paper is catching up on that story.
Yes.
Came in a bit earlier.
I'm staying with the Ghanaian Times,
Please.
and I want to talk about the fire in Tema.
Okay.
This is from Kena Feji. Over 500 wooden structures behind Ferro Fabric Limited in the heavy industrial area were on Wednesday razed down by fire, displacing 700 people, including children. No casualties were recorded, and the cause of the fire was also not readily known, as investigations by the Ghana National Fire Service had just started. A visit by the Chief Fire Officer, CFO, to the fire scene in the early hours of Thursday showed the displaced victims, including nursing mothers, counting their losses and gathering the debris.
Okay, let's stay with matters within the social space. If you go to page 13 of the Daily Graphic this morning, you know this thing about fake PhDs and professorships and all of those things. Well, there's an article here, a piece actually, that says, "End fake titles, certificate saga. Lecturer advocates law-backed national database of professional titles." The story is by MacLean Kofi, and it says the lecturer at the University of Media Arts and Communication, UNIMAC, Idris Husseini, has called for the introduction of a national database to help crack down on individuals parading fake certificates and on end titles in the country. Now, the call was in response to the growing concern about the proliferation of fraudulent certificates and titles, which has become alarmingly common in recent times. Now, the lecturer explained that a national database or system could offer easy verification to protect the integrity of the country's accreditation process and ensure efficient recognition of academic and professional titles. Mr. Husseini suggested that the proposed database must be backed by a law which mandates media houses, public institutions, and other relevant bodies to verify professional titles before using them in public communication.
To a very heartwarming story coming in from the eastern region. Midwife delivers baby on farm in Upper Manya Krobo. Neoni Amate Kanaku writes this on channel1news.com. A midwife and an assistant at the Sekusia Health Center in the eastern region have been praised for their swift action in saving the life of a pregnant woman and her baby. Now, story goes on to say the woman went into unexpected labor while walking through a bush path with her mother-in-law on her way to the health center near Osunsun Sekusia in the Upper Manya Krobo district on Wednesday, 18th June 2025. While with no vehicle available, she was forced to lie down and begin delivery on a nearby farm. Channel 1 news sources say the midwife, identified as Helen, received an emergency call about the situation. She and her assistant quickly gathered essential medical supplies and rushed to the farm. Thanks to their timely response, the baby was safely delivered on the spot, and both mother and child were stabilized and taken to the health center. We're celebrating our healthcare workers, our midwives, for the great job they are doing both in the hospitals and in the farms.
Yes, that's good.
To the Herald, and over 500,000 tramadol pills seized at Tema Port. Let's get the details. Authorities at the Tema Port have seized a massive cache of high-dose tramadol hidden in shipments associated with freight operator Hayak Logistics. The interception is being described as one of the country's most significant drug trafficking crackdowns in recent memory. The discovery made by the officials from the Ghana Revenue Authority and the Customs Division involved two separate consignments of the opioid branded as Kimaking. The shipments contained more than 500,000 tablets and capsules of the restricted painkiller. According to investigators, the goods were deliberately misdeclared in an attempt to bypass scrutiny. Officials say this tactic reflects the increasing complexity and boldness of pharmaceutical smuggling operations exploiting Ghana's busiest ports.
Okay, now let's take you now to government policy.
Yeah.
If you go to the Daily Graphic, we are told no academic fee policy. 129,000 freshers apply for grant, and Kester Aburam Kuranchi, writing for the Daily Graphic, says this morning that the government's flagship no academic fee policy for first-year tertiary students has recorded significant progress, with 129,054 applications received through the dedicated no-fee stress portal. As of June 17 this year, the Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has announced. Now, addressing journalists at the ministry's quarterly sector update at the Jubilee House last Wednesday, Mr. Idrisu revealed that out of the total applications, 107,429 students had completed the process, while 22,592 had been validated for disbursement. Now, out of 168 public tertiary institutions, 114 have submitted their enrollment data to facilitate the smooth implementation of the policy. If you're interested in further details of that story and how you can also apply, please grab a copy of the Daily Graphic and
For
do the
more.
needful. Yeah.
Right, let's on to some politics now. Over 60 NPP MPs declared support for Baumia's presidential bid. Since yesterday, it's been a battle of declarations and support. Who has who support and who doesn't have as much support. So Hansen Ajuman writes on channel1news.com that a group of New Patriotic Party members of Parliament has visited Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to show their support for his bid to become the party's next presidential candidate. The visit comes ahead of the NPP's presidential primaries, which are set for January 31, 2026. So far, 4 key party members have shown interest in leading the NPP. As you know, Dr. Bawumia is in the race. Kennedy Ejapon is there. Brian Echampo and Dr. Yaose Educhum up in the race now. According to the MPs, more than 60 out of the 88 NPP lawmakers support Dr. Bawumia. Earlier, we also saw some of the people. Let me just give you some names: Mohammed Amin Adam, Kojo Ponkoma, Samir Wuku, Martin Ajay Mensa Kosa, Habib Idrisu, and Nana Ajay Bafo Ewa. These are some of the names. Earlier, we saw videos of former MMDCEs, about 200 of them, we were told, with Kennedy Ejapon also. So it's a show of numbers. We're looking forward to seeing who is supporting Dr. Educhum and then Brian Echampong. They are all in the race as well. So we see how it all goes now.
Still with the MPP, let me take you to the Daily Gist, page 3. MPP moves to scrap super delegate system. The New Patriotic Party is taking bold steps to abolish controversial super delegate system as part of a sweeping internal reform package that aims to broaden participation in the party's presidential primaries. This decision, recommended by a constitutional amendment committee and adopted by the party's National Council, awaits final ratification at the next delegates conference. The move comes after an exhaustive review of the party's constitution following the 2024 election defeat.
Yes, still talking about elections. Yesterday, there was a major storm in Parliament when officials of the Electoral Commission appeared before Parliament for questioning regarding a number of things, including what's happening with regards to the Ablekuma North election results. I'm talking about the constituency parliamentary election results. Well, there's an angle to that particular story in the Daily Guide this morning. It says EC defends emergency ballot printing. Now, the Electoral Commission, according to NS Kofi Edu from Parliament House, has defended its decision to proceed with the emergency reprinting of ballot papers during the 2024 general election, insisting that the move was lawful and necessary to protect the integrity of the polls. Now, the EC explained that following the December 7, 2024 elections, several contracts were awarded for the printing and supply of ballot papers for both the general election and the subsequent statutory elections in 2025. Now, the Deputy Chairperson of the Electoral Commission in charge of Corporate Affairs, Dr. Agric indicated that it had been awarding set contracts since the conclusion of the general election, including those for the District Assembly and Unit Committee elections, which were conducted in early and mid-20.
What I was trying to understand yesterday was whether the 3 polling stations that are left, when they are not put together, whether or not it will change the outcome of the results.
Yeah, that's the general principle.
You know,
yeah,
if
that's
it
the general
will.
Principle. The question is, what numbers do they have currently?
Yeah.
And are the numbers such that if you put these ones to it,
it will impact the outcome. So
eventual
in that case,
if
then
it
we
is
have to do a
negligible, it
rerun.
will not have any impact. Then
We
you
get
can
to
discard
know.
it entirely.
Yeah.
But it raises very serious issues about, how we conduct elections in this country, and then also the role that political parties themselves would have to play to ensure a smoother process. Thus far, it would seem that there's no cooperation.
Yeah.
And the EC says that it needs security protection in order to do its work,
But-
because people misbehave, and nobody has so far been arrested and prosecuted.
But why
with
isn't
regards
the
to
police-
the unlawful conduct we saw
Is the
during the
police
election?
not providing security?
Exactly. You need to hear
I
from
don't
the police.
understand
The
this
police
part.
withdrew their kahunas when the matter got to a certain level, and that's why they have just. I don't know. It's unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
But
Something has got to happen.
we're told that the vetting of Justice Akabuafo will resume later today after petitions delay. But let me let you come in, Francisca, before I bring that.
Okay, so I just wanted to quickly get to this story from the Inquisitor. Ken wanted tag hold an application by former Finance Minister Kenneth Oforiatta to prevent the Office of the Special Prosecutor from sending out a wanted notice has been dismissed by the Human Rights Court. Oforiatta had sought the court to prevent the OSP from publicly announcing his wanted status because he's now the subject of several investigations by the OSP and other state agencies for alleged misbehavior during his tenure. His lawyers contended that doing so would violate his human rights and jeopardize current judicial processes. So the OSP is now able to proceed with its public notice and search procedures if needed after the courts rejected the application. And this was announced in an X post on Wednesday by the OSP.
Yeah,
Very
that's right. We
interesting
wrote
one.
it yesterday too.
Absolutely. Now, the vetting of Justice Akabuafo will resume today after May, right?
May, because
okay, after
what's-
petition delays.
Yeah, what's happening is that the committee, as I understand it, would first of all have to sit and determine whether there's a prima facie case to be made against the nominee. Once that is dealt with, and if there is a finding that it is vexatious and frivolous,
Then
they will
it's
dismiss
discarded.
it and then
Then
proceed.
it goes on.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
The
so it
question-
hasn't been dismissed?
No. That's far. My information suggests that it would seem that they will now have to deal with it, unless something changed towards midnight yesterday.
Okay, we'll see about that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That was the news review.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Yeah. So where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the go too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
My body, when you wake up in the morning, and you know the money calling. Oh, you go work. But you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live by you. Fidelity. Oh, if I know I dey your side. Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Jumping into the breakfast edition of the City Business News, Neil Latte is ready to serve you all you need to know in the world of sports. The City Business in the world of business. The City Business News is brought to you by EcoBank and MTN. Anytime you have a money emergency, you want instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payments, airtime, data purchase, and you don't even have data, just dial star 770 hash and the EcoBank will come to your rescue. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. Just dial star 770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is certainly the Pan-African bank. Hey, boss lady, yes, you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building a business one bold step at a time. MTN sees you and we are cheering you on every step of the way. That's why we've created the MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than a bundle, it's your new business bestie. Special data and call bundles, stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. There is more. MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build. It's time to level up, skill up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial star 5060 hash, star 5060 hash. Grab your Ejumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. Neil Latte is here with business.
Welcome to Friday morning. This is the breakfast edition of City Business News on 97.3 City FM. It's proudly brought to you by MTN, Goel and EcoBank. This morning, we are heavy on our Agric Forum and the Agri Fair, which opens this morning, all in the spirit of the City Business Festival 2025. I am Ni Latte. Many thanks indeed for your company. The government is courting the support of financial institutions to help farmers with low-interest loans to boost agricultural production and drive inclusive economic growth. The appeal came at a high-level agribusiness forum held by Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, where key stakeholders gathered to explore practical solutions for transforming Ghana's agricultural sector into an engine of national development. City Business News' Nashika Caesar was there and has a wrap.
Held under the theme Harnessing Agribusiness for Economic Growth, Expanding Ghana's Agribusiness Frontiers and Maximizing Productivity, the forum brought together key players across the agriculture value chain. Addressing participants, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, John Dumelo, urged banks and financial institutions to reduce lending rates for farmers, noting that access to affordable credit remains one of the biggest barriers to agricultural productivity.
I think it's time that the financial institutions step up their game when it comes to agriculture. They should, take the risk and fund, agribusiness.
Professor Roger Canton, a research scientist, called for consistent public engagement and stronger policy accountability to accelerate reforms in the sector.
I dare say, I'm here to see that economist who can face me on that, to tell me how you can manage the Ghana cedi using economics, just talking economics theories. It doesn't work.
Davis Korbo, president of the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters, also advocated for building export-oriented agribusiness value chains to increase Ghana's competitiveness on the global market.
I think it's about time we do proper PPP.
From the financial sector, William Nete, head of agribusiness at Absa Bank Ghana, indicated that banks are ready to provide tailored credit facilities to agribusinesses.
We've lent over 600 million cedis, $600 million over the past 4 or 5 years.
To Ghanaian farmers?
To Ghanaian, not farmers. The value chain.
The value chain.
The value chain as a whole.
On inclusive financing, Dr. Mavis Orekwasari, CEO of Impact Food Hub, emphasized the need to close the financing gap for women in agribusiness, calling it essential for equitable sector growth.
Definitely, we should be paying more attention to women if they come for these loans.
Bright Edward Kujo Jomezi, coordinator of the Feed Ghana program, reiterated the government's commitment to revitalizing key subsectors such as poultry.
The ADB is working in collaboration with the Agri Value Chain Fund to be able to support farmers.
The forum brought together stakeholders from government, academia, agribusiness, and the financial sector, many of whom stressed the urgent need to address long-standing challenges stifling sector growth.
Why don't you ban or reduce importation of the dressed chicken to Ghana?
We have an entrepreneurship hub at the West Africa Center for Crop Improvement.
Thursday's forum formed part of the 2025 City Business Festival and is expected to feed into a national roadmap for sustainable agricultural transformation. The City Business Festival is powered by Citi FM and Channel 1 Television with support from Absa Bank, MTN Ghana and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited.
Nashika Caesar with that report. On the currency market this morning, you could be getting the dollar at 12 cedis 50 pesos, the British pound at 15 cedis 50 pesos, the euro could be sold to you at 13 cedis 50 pesos. Now, the day we've all been waiting for is finally here, and it's going to be a big one for the agricultural space, whether you are a farmer, entrepreneur, or simply a lover of good food and fresh produce. We are all assembling at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park this morning. If you don't know what's happening there, let me tell you about it. It is the biggest 3-day agri fair in the country, kicking off. Channel 1 TV is bringing together all players across the Agric value chain, talk about farmers, processors, input suppliers, startups, researchers, and of course, consumers. Here is what to expect from the maiden edition.
Farmers from various parts of the country are expected to participate, creating a vibrant marketplace for agricultural products and innovation. In addition to the exhibition, the Agri Fair will feature an Agric clinic where participants can access practical insights, expert advice, and tailored solutions to enhance their agri-business operations. The event follows the recent City Business Forum on Agriculture, which sets the stage for deeper engagement within the sector. General Manager of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Bernard Avle, has been outlining the importance of the Agri Fair.
The Agri Fair is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and for us, I think it's one of the most important things we are doing. Beyond the push for Made in Ghana rice in 2019, we are now saying, eat Ghana. We already know that there's already a mantra, grow Ghana, eat Ghana, wear Ghana, live Ghana. Again, we feel the subject of Agric has to tackle the issue of markets. Problem is that a lot of our farmers, whether because of low capacity, poor infrastructure and transport logistics, they don't get a lot of wealth from what they produce, because they are not able to transport their goods to the market and get the right price. Now, we are not saying the 3-day fair will solve all that, but we are killing two birds with one stone. We want people to see what our farmers produce and develop a taste for it.
Some vendors have meanwhile expressed their enthusiasm in participating in the Agri Fair.
Food is a thing. Everybody needs food. So since we are a solution-driven company, and the focus is agriculture, why not bring the drip system home?
So when smallholder farmers normally interact, they're asking me before things. They need agronomic advice. They're going to try out a new fertilizer. They don't know how much they should use. They want market price information. How much can I sell my produce on the market for? Or they want information on pest and diseases. We know to build a model that allows them to be able to communicate via a toll-free line and get the answers they need in real time, but most importantly, in the language they understand.
General Manager of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Bernard Avle, explains why you should not miss the Agri Fair.
Come around, come and exhibit, come and buy. And lastly, we are doing what we call the Agri clinics. There are a lot of people who say, I want to start a farm, snail farming, mushroom farming, poultry farming. I don't know where to start. We have curated specific workshops, which we call the Agri Fair clinics, where in 2 or 3 hours, you will be taken through the basics. It's an opportunity to learn a new skill. So you can be working in a bank, but be a snail farmer.
Well, so if you care about food farming or even the future of Ghana's economy, there is no other place to be than the Agri Fair 2025, either today, tomorrow, or Sunday. There will be fresh fruits, vegetables, livestock, fish, and whatever you can think of when it comes to direct sales, from local farmers at unbeatable farm gate prices. See you at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. Let's do some Agric shopping from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The 2025 Agri Fair is powered by Channel 1 TV. It is sponsored by Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Group, Farmerline, Horticulture Business Platform, and Trillium Industrial Company. I am Ni Latte. Thanks for listening. Coming up next is the Citi Business Edition. Today, I wish you a good Agric day.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
After 7, we're bringing you the business edition shortly. Solid sound by Rex Jemfi. Some amazing farmers are in the building, and Bernard Avle will be interacting with them for business edition this morning. Look forward to it. This morning we're all headed for the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park from 9 a.m. till later. Amazing fresh food products from all over the country selling at farm gates. You wouldn't get this anywhere else. We're all going to the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park from today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It's going to be mega. In the meantime, the Shareholder Nkome campaign has come to you. You deserve financial peace. From now to the end of the month, they've reduced their interest rates just for you. So whatever your expense, they have the right loan just for you. Simply call or WhatsApp Nana on 02700 4799, 02700 4733. The shareholders improve life. You need to store water the way things are going. And the best water storage tank we all know, we all have, Polytank. 30 years in the industry and still going strong. Make no mistake, always choose Polytank for guaranteed quality. No matter the size, durability is always assured. Same price across the country at Polytank partner shops. Polytank is the original. We do not receive or request for Momo payments online, by the way. And your car is your office, and for others, their only means of receiving medicine in remote towns. But with miles on the road, extreme weather conditions, and traffic, your engine takes a daily beating. That's why you need Shell Helix HX8 ECT C3 5W30. It's used primarily in petrol engines, and it's a fully synthetic motor oil designed to clean and protect your engine from the inside, no matter what happens on the outside. With advanced protection for post-treatment exhaust devices like catalytic converters, Shell Helix HX8 ECT C3 5W30 is safe for the environment, ensures your converters don't get blocked, so you won't have to cut them. Your car runs smoother, lasts longer, and gives you one less thing to worry about, because when your engine works, you are happy. Shell Helix, designed for ultimate engine performance. While at it, You deserve a brand new car, my friend. Volkswagen Ghana is offering you a Vetus Highland Saloon, Tijuana Life SUV, Amarok pickup at used car prices. Why is the pride in driving an old used car when you could have purchased a brand new Volkswagen at the same price? The same price, my friend. The same price. Just walk into a Volkswagen retail outlet with your used car budget and you may drive out with a brand new car. Take advantage now. Call or WhatsApp VW Ghana 025-795-6688. For more information about our range of models, Vetus, T-Cross, Tijuana, Allspace, Taramont, and Amarok that pickup. Volkswagen Rise and Thrive, Drive, VW Drive Ghana, hurry while stocks last. And from Wiggle Vision Limited, Ghana's leading tech company, comes Frog, the ultimate platform for USSD, OTP, voice, and bulk SMS messaging. Basically, if you deal with a huge number of audiences of business people, you send messages in bulk, you want to talk to them, they will take care of you. They will elevate your customer engagement. They will empower your business. Please call them on 0554 170 599. Wiggle.com.gh is where to visit online. Wiggle Vision, empowering businesses one message at a time. Happy belated birthday to Dr. Seth Mantiao, Chief Research Scientist and immediate past Director of CSIR NISTI. Your twin sister Debbie Blessed and your daughter Deborah Mantiao. God richly bless you and enlarge your cause. Happy belated birthday to our dearest Nia Nana Sewa Otreboating. We celebrate the beautiful soul you are. May the glory of the Lord shine brightly upon you and manifest in every area of your life. Grow in wisdom, grace, and joy, and may your journey be filled with love, laughter, and purpose. From Mummy and Boahima.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait. Don't you I get my new car. Please wait. Don't you I find my real size. I'm gonna get me some love somebody.
97.3 City FM, and this is the City Business Edition. We're bringing you a live version today, and it's all about agriculture, agribusiness, and the Agri Fair 2025.
I can see the world for you and the world.
And so today we will be talking to some of the farms and exhibitors who are poised to display different produce from their farms at the first edition of the City Channel 1 Agri Fair 2025. Sponsored by Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, the Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, the Horticultural Business Platform, Twillium Ghana Limited, with technical or technology partner being Farmerline.
I'll still wait for you.
So I have two and a half guests. I have 2.5 guests. The third will join us shortly, because I have in studio the the CEO of Maflix Farms, Felix Kamasa. He is also the vice president of the Federation of the Association of Ghanaian Exporters, FAGE. Felix Kamasa, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you, Bernard. Good morning.
I also have our good friend Araba Kumsin, who is the founder and CEO of JL Foods. Araba, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bernard.
Never thought I'll be interviewing you on food across the aisle.
Right?
We'll be joined by a colleague from the National Service Farms, but I also have the CEO of Channel 1 and City FM, Samuel Atamensah, who is the lead promoter of the Agri Fair. Samens, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I will talk to you later.
Yes.
Let me start with Kamasa. So, tell me about your company, Maflix. What is it? What do you do? What do you produce?
Yeah, Maflix Trust Ghana Limited, located at Ketu North District.
Okay.
We are agribusiness company. We produce a lot of vegetable and export.
Okay.
We export 70% of produce and distribute some of the produce to some of the supermarkets in Ghana here.
You export 70% of your produce?
Yes.
And distribute 30%?
30% in some of the supermarkets like ShopRite, Farmers Market, KFC. We supply KFC, Papa Pizza. Those are the company and some of the few hotels.
Wow.
Our main products are chili, tomatoes, sweet potato. We process gari.
Okay.
We do sweet potato bread as well.
Okay.
And a sweet potato gari and a sweet potato flour.
Hey.
So those are some of the products we are going to exhibit.
Let's go through this one by one. Chili. Chili is what? The red long pepper.
We do both the long habanero and bed eye. Bed eye for the export market, which we supply to Tesco.
Bed eye.
Bed eye. It's too small, that's why they call it bed eye.
Is that Pakposhito?
It's not Pakposhito.
Okay.
The Pakposhito is the habanero type.
So you do habanero?
We do habanero,
I
sweet
see.
pepper,
Sweet
and
pepper.
then bullet chili. There's one also look like a bullet. So the name, the variety.
Bullet chili.
Bullet chili.
So you do all the various chilies?
Yes. We grow close to 22 vegetable.
22 types of vegetables?
Yes. Asian vegetable like turia, tinda, marrow. We also grow eggplant.
Okay.
They'll bring some, the purple one and then the black beauty.
Eggplant?
Eggplant.
Is that what they call aubergines?
Aubergines.
I see.
Aubergine, we have a different type of aubergine. We have the long aubergine, the black beauty,
okay,
the purple one, the round purple one.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
You grow all that at Ketu North?
Ketu North.
Is it?
And
then your tomatoes, what types do you do?
The tomatoes, we do the cherry, and then we do the Burkina type.
Okay.
And then
the one with less water?
Yes. And then we do some also called Roma.
Roma?
Yeah.
I see. And then you do sweet potatoes?
Sweet potato.
What type of sweet potato?
We do the orange flesh, the purple flesh. The body is purple, inside is cream.
Purple flesh?
Purple flesh.
Merci.
And then we also grow the orange flesh. We have a different type of orange flesh. You know, the export market is dynamic market. There's a particular one they normally need, which Birigard, the variety name is Birigard.
Okay.
And Olins.
Okay.
Contain a high vitamin A and C, or we call it superfood.
You call it a superfood?
Because it have a lot of vitamin A to solve a lot of issue.
Merci.
The leaf alone, people even eat it as a contomere.
I see.
Use it in
the leaf of the sweet potato?
Sweet potato.
You can use it?
leave any part of the plant. That's why we are calling it superfood.
Oh, really?
You can even use the purple one or the Birigard, the orange one for yogurt, like the normal yogurt we normally use. Yes. So that's the advantage of that product. And it's for baby food, people who normally use it in... when you meet the scientists, they will tell you how wonderful of that
and this is the sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
The purple flesh and the orange flesh.
Orange flesh and Birigard.
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 And you use it to also do gari.
Gari. And then the flour. The flour, you can use it as a pastry. You can use it as a pizza. You can use it for bread. Anything, shortcake.
Amazing.
Yes.
When you use the sweet potato for gari, do you need sugar to do soakings? Since sweet potato is already sweet.
You can add a little sugar if... Yeah.
Wow. We'll come back to what you do. Let me come to Araba. Araba, thanks for joining us. JL Foods. Yes. What is JL Foods and what do you produce?
So JL Foods, just like Mr. Kamasa's company, is an agribusiness company. And we do maize in commercial quantities. So we have about 100 acres of maize that we're growing. We also do cassava. We do pepper, chili pepper as well.
Okay.
And we do a bit of okra, garden eggs, and lettuce.
Amazing. And where are these farms located?
So in the eastern region, in separate locations.
At eastern region?
Yes, so mainly the maize farm is at Akroso, The cassava farm is at Adiembra near Sabankesi, and then the lettuce farm is at Mampong.
Amazing. So 100 acres is massive. What's the size of your farm?
Ketu North, we have 2,200 acres, and Oti, we have 3,000 acres. Mida, we start working at Oti recently, and we have a site in. Now we are even working with National Service at Kumu. We are taking 4,000 acres to develop to
Massive.
maize and chili and sweet potato at Kumu.
I'll come back to you. So, Araba, what would JL Foods be exhibiting at the Agri Fair today, tomorrow, and Sunday?
So mainly our main offerings are cassava and plantain. I forgot to mention plantain.
Oh, you do
we also have
plantain
a
too?
plantain. Yeah, plantain.
Apim or normal?
Both of them.
Messi.
The both. Yes. Oniaba. Apim and then apim too.
Apim too.
We have all of that.
For the fufu?
Yes.
Oh,
we have
my
all of
God.
that. So you'll be seeing
So
that.
there'll be cassava?
There'll be cassava. There'll be plantain. We brought a bit of our maize as well.
Okay. Already bagged?
Not bagged, but the raw maize, so
Raw
that
maize.
you can just see how it is like. So we do
Olunka.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's in the husk actually.
Okay.
We haven't removed.
Oh, nice. Oh, mama.
So if we have a barbecue around it,
You mean you can boil it there?
we can boil it there.
You have
We
to
can
dry
roast
fresh
it there.
one. Is it fresh or dry?
Not the dry one that we can do in Chiria with it.
When you say interior, what do you mean?
The one you know.
No, it's in the husk.
It's in the husk.
It's fresh. We
I just
broke
left
it
the
off.
chat. I just left the chat.
Wow.
No. We just broke it off yesterday from the main
God.
plant.
Oh my God.
It's
Fresh, yeah.
It's fresh.
Why don't you get somebody to boil it on the side?
No, we'll do that.
With coconut.
Okasawa. We'll do that.
You know, there are two groups of people: those who like roasted and those who like boiled.
Yes.
And it's always an argument.
Right, Charlie, we have come from far. Charlie, but let me ask this question. You know, in Chiriano,
Yes.
we used to put nsu inside.
What is nsu?
That's the
Ash.
ash inside.
Really?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. When you are frying it, they will put ash. Then the thing will become yellow. Then you are happy.
You have come from very far.
Extremely far.
Come on, sir. I like.
Oh, it's true.
You should eat it.
Yes.
Plant the ash.
No, the ash is.
You will see the ash. So it will soften the thing.
Okay,
They will change the color. Then you are happy.
This is size.
Well, let me come back to this. So you have cassava.
Yes.
And then plantain. And then you have maize, which is fresh. So the cassava are there types or is just one brand? Because I am not sure.
There are various varieties.
Different types of cassava.
I think,
Cassava. Tell me about cassava.
Cassava, we have busumsia. We have yellow cassava, which people use as yellow gari.
Oh, okay.
Especially you find it in close to central region.
Okay. So the yellow one is possibly good for yellow gari.
Yellow gari. If you don't want to add color, people add color, but if you want to be using it naturally, we have yellow cassava. We have a sikamba.
A sikamba?
Yes, sikamba.
Okay.
Bred by UCC.
Okay.
And then we have.
But there's also cassava that you can just consume, and others that you can't consume. That's
Yes,
for
we
starch,
have
right?
industrial cassava, which Catek normally use for their.
So there's cassava for fufu, there's
There's
cassava
cassava
for
for
pesi,
purposely
there's cassava
for-
for gari, and
Yes.
there's cassava for starch.
Yes.
Which one are you bringing?
The one for fufu.
For fufu, the one
Because
for fufu.
that's the consumer one.
The
But the
Yeah,
starch
big-
ones normally grow
very
very big.
big.
Oh,
Or you
okay.
can get up to 4 kilo per one.
So you know that one is not for normal consumption.
Yes.
I see that's for starch, but you can use the normal eating one for gari too.
Yes.
Amazing. So you're bringing cassava, you are bringing plantain, both apentu and apim,
Right.
and you're bringing maize on the cob.
Right.
Now
We're bringing garden eggs too.
Garden eggs.
Yes.
Okay.
Garden eggs. So if we have a how do you go a is it?
We can actually
we
can
can
put the whole
there
thing there.
on the
Together with
spot.
the cassava.
Yes.
Asset.
So and you are bringing pepper too,
I'm bringing pepper as well.
but you call it chili or you call it what? If you have different
Yeah, chili.
yours is
No, so it's cayenne pepper. What we are
Cayenne
going is
pepper.
cayenne pepper. It's the long ones.
Long one.
the red normal one.
Exactly.
The long one. I see. So that's and then you also are you do some okra,
Yes.
but you're not bringing okra.
No, we didn't bring.
You didn't bring okra.
Oh, if you want okra, you can add okra together. Do you eat a cassava boil with okra
The biro. Yes.
You boil
yes.
you boil
yes. And you mash it a bit.
Yes, you mash it a bit.
Yes.
Add some small red oil.
It's wonderful.
Add a Kobe.
We
yes. People are going to put on weight.
No, it's serious.
Listeners, we are sorry.
So if you boil the okra, you mix it with Kobe, and then in an apoto with cassava, it's really, really nice. So JL Foods is bringing a number of things. Basically, they're bringing maize, they're bringing cassava, they're bringing garden eggs, they're bringing plantain, they're bringing some pepper, and then, but you don't do rice.
No,
you don't do rice yet. So JL Foods. Now let me come to my next guest, who is Angeline Emefa Akosu. She's from the National Service Farms. Angeline, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Talk to me about the National Service Farms. What do you guys produce or grow or yeah?
We do a lot of products. We have catfish, we have goats, we have pig, we have broilers, we have ostrich.
Hey, you have ostrich?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ostrich.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
And then what else?
We have, what was the name? Rabbits. Yes, and that's it.
So let's go to catfish, goat, pig, chicken, which is broilers.
Cow.
Oh, mercy God.
Eggs.
Cow. Eggs.
Yeah.
You do eggs as well.
Yes, please.
And then you do ostrich, and then you do, what's the last one you mentioned?
Pig.
Pig.
Yeah.
And rabbit.
Yes, please.
I see. And where are these farms?
The farm is located at Hacho Papao. Yes, please.
Hacho Papao.
The game pass stretch.
Which is your main one of the things you do? Which one do you say you do the most?
I would say the broilers.
The broilers.
Yes, please.
The broilers.
Yes.
What numbers are we talking about?
This year we did 10,000 broilers.
10,000 broilers.
Yes, and we are yet to do more than that.
Okay.
Because we've sold out.
You sold out after the first round of announcement?
Yes, we sold out. And then there are some in that we are about to exhibit at the Agri Fest today.
Okay.
Yes.
So the ones you are bringing to Agri Fair, they are new stock?
They are new stock from our own farm.
When did they grow?
Oh, no. You see, when we are about sowing out, we imported some and then we started.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can't wait for them to get sold out. Then we'll ask them to bring. So whilst it's getting sold out, we are bringing more day-old chicks. And then we start from there.
So if I come to your stand today, I will see both freshly cut broilers.
Yes, please.
Would there be live chicken also walking around?
Yes.
Because I need to see the chicken and point. I want this one to take.
Don't worry.
So there will be both live chicken and then freshly cut chicken.
Yes, please.
So you're only bringing chicken.
We are bringing chicken, catfish.
You're bringing catfish.
Eggs, gizzard.
You're bringing eggs.
Yes, gizzard.
Gizzard.
You're surprised.
Mercy, I like gizzard. What else are you bringing?
We're bringing a lot today.
Today?
Yes.
At the National Service
We'll
stand.
be grilling some because we would like our viewers to taste some.
Whilst we are there.
Once you are there, you taste them, then you buy. So once you are
I can taste for free.
I'm sorry.
All right, so we're talking to three of our vendors, Maflix Farms at Ketu North, JL Foods with farms in different parts of the Eastern region, and the National Service Farms who are at Papao Hacho. Now, Samuel, is this the kind of thing you were expecting when we put the Agri Fair together? These are interesting products that are going to be exhibited today. Just talk listeners through what the vision was and why we've pushed this so aggressively.
We noticed that there are so many people getting into the Agric space, and there are ups and downs in this area. But we we thought we could put this whole Agric thing in the front line, so that let me borrow your word, so it becomes a sexy thing to do. No, you don't wait till you go on retirement before you go to your village to go and farm. You will not succeed while you have all the strength and while you have all the resources, because now it's become a bit more scientific than before. You have to be interconnected with the industry. You have to be connected to the supply chain. So how do we put it on the front burner for people to see it as a viable destination, if like occupation? Okay, because we all grew up knowing Agric as a subsistence kind of thing, but in the area of commercializing agriculture, it becomes alien to a lot of us. So the whole thing was, look, let's put them together. Let's help them tell their stories. And then also bridge the gap between the consumers and the providers. And so that's basically what we are doing. Some of them, especially those up north, do so well in working on their produce, but where are the markets? You go there, you see people, the rice farms, they put the rice there, it rains, something happens, everything goes bonkers. So we are trying to break the gap and also help the governments to execute their mandate as far as Agric is concerned. I mean, they will do the slogans, they will do the programs and all the names they give it, but from the slogans to the execution, there has to be insistence on making sure that we choose what is made in Ghana, what is produced in Ghana, and in fact appreciate the value that they are offering. Because look, they have been able to come here. There are millions of Agric people out there that nobody has ever heard of before. Meanwhile, they are doing good job. They can transport their produce to the markets and all this. So it's a major event we are putting together, but the conversations will not end after Sunday.
Correct.
The conversations will keep going on because it's a mainstay of this economy.
We're live today with the Agri Fair edition of the City Business Edition. Today we're talking to three of our anchor egg vendors, Maflix Farms, JL Foods, and National Service Farms, trying to get a sense of what the works are. But when we come back, we'll hear their own story in Agric. As he said, we are not just here to sell food, but we're also here to understand their stories. Everybody has a story. How did a former banker end up as a farmer? How did a very excellent broadcast journalist end up selling banchi and brodier? And of course, a marketer as well in the Agric sector. We're live today as we enter day one of the Agri Fair. Now, let me announce quickly that we are still registering people for the Agri Fair clinics. Now, the Agri Fair clinics will be on the Saturday and Sunday of the fair, and we are training people in up to 10 different fields of agriculture: piggery, rabbit rearing, rapid multiplication of yam, from seed to soil to profit. Then we have snail farming, fish farming. We're talking both catfish and tilapia. There's beekeeping. There's mushroom farming and fruit juice production. And there's also poultry farming. Now, the clinics are going for 200 cedis per person. If you want to register, you may call 0558 973 973. We have 3 training slots in terms of the day parts. We do 10:30, we do 1 p.m. and we do 3 p.m. You may register virtually by simply WhatsApping 0558 973 973. The modules will be delivered by the CSIR, the various research institutes, as well as Agri Impact Limited. So they will be doing the trainings during the Agri Fair happening at the First Netherlands Children's Park. The fair starts today, but the training starts tomorrow. So the number to WhatsApp or call to register for the Agri Fair Clinic is 0558 973 973. When we come back, we'll be continuing the story of 3 anchor farmers for Agri Fair 2025. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
I can see all your joy. Sweet girl, my girl.
We're live here today on the City Breakfast Show, bringing you a build-up to the Agri Fair, which starts this morning. And we are here with 3 anchor farmers. Maflix, is it Maflix Trust?
Maflix Trust Farm.
Maflix Trust Farms located at K2 North, JL Foods with various farms in the eastern region, and the National Service Farms at Hacho Papao. Let me come back to Maflix. So, what's your story in Agric? Were you born a farmer, or there was a time you decided to enter into farming?
I think the area I start my early life, every Saturday we go to farm.
Okay.
I grew with my auntie. She's a nurse. His husband is a teacher.
Okay.
Called Mr. Agbele.
Mr. Agbele, Mr. Farm.
Yeah, Mr. Farm.
Agbele means farm.
Farm.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
We live. I grew with Kokwaniroho, Tanyigbe.
Okay.
I start my early school in Tanyigbe.
Okay.
So every Saturday we go to the farm. And one funny thing, that area, when yam is ready and they didn't perform what they're supposed to do in the town, when you go to the farm, you bring the yam, they have to summon you as the chief.
Okay.
So one time I went to the farm with my auntie's husband. When we got to the village, somebody saw us long ago. I carried a bowl on my head.
Somebody went to choke you?
Before I got to the house, then they follow up, and then the young guys around and come and pick us to the
village.
So the chief promised that how I like going to the farm, he'll be monitoring me, so I'll becoming a bigger farm, a farmer in the whole country.
Wow.
So I took that.
The chief prophesied.
Side. Yes. So when I start my early age. That was 2023.
2023 is just 2 years ago. 2003.
I was 2023. Then I went to.
No, take your time. You were 23.
I was 23.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to the farm.
Okay.
With my uncle, we realized that when we got there, we plant like close to 2 acres, and we'll be harvesting up to 7 o'clock.
Mm.
We returned back home early morning. That was Saturday, Sunday. He informed me that we are not going to church, so we'll go back to the farm and go and continue our harvesting. So I realized that every Saturday is something I used to go to the farm, so I have to. So when I start working at one of the bank, then I said, oh, they'll give you target. You go around and come back. You will meet your target. Your salary will be so small, but you have to meet your target. So I went home and I told my aunt that I'm looking for land. I want to start a farm.
Okay.
So we got some land around close to Georgia.
Okay.
And when weekend, I'll leave Accra and go to the farm.
So you were still working at the bank?
Yes. When I go to the farm, I organize the boys who start doing something. We realize that when you give them input, before you come back, they'll take a picture of one side of the farm and send it to you. Yes. You'll be okay. When you go to the farm, you see things are not looking better. So I informed my supervisor that, okay, I'll resign and then go and continue the farm.
Full time?
Full time.
Wow.
So 2013, then I packed my thing. I packed my thing and
you
said,
left the bank?
Yes, let me go and start my own things. Gradually, this is where we are today.
With one of the largest farms in the Volta region.
154 permanent staff.
154 staff?
Yeah, we train the youth. We export. We are largest.
Which countries do you export to?
We export to UK, Germany, France, Asian country like Dubai, Kuwait.
Cool.
That's how it starts. And
so in 12 years, you are a major exporter. 70% of your produce is?
70% of our produce we export. Behold, we are a free zone company as well now.
Wow.
So it's a norm that free zone company have to export 70% of their produce, which we are sticking to. And
so which of the produce do you do for the local market?
The local market, we grow, all the produce we grow in the local market.
Okay.
Chili, tomatoes, some of the Asian vegetables, now they are consuming it like tinder, sweet potato, gari. We process gari.
Do people like the gari, sweet potato gari?
Oh, they like it.
They like
if you go to some of the supermarkets, you find
it moves quickly.
Yeah, it moves quickly.
What about the bread from potatoes?
It's moving.
It's moving.
We have to commercialize it. That's the challenges.
Is the full flour potato or you mix it with other types of flour?
Yeah, we fortify 10% of wheat flour.
10% of wheat flour.
Yes.
Do you think eventually we can replace normal wheat flour with sweet potato?
Yeah, it's doable. Because the rate people are requesting for it. During the Hot Expo, even a couple of hotels also place order that if
they want sweet potato
flour, a sweet potato flour, and then the sweet potato bread themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, so the opportunity in that sector is very huge. Like my brother was saying, people are doing things outside there, but if you didn't get closer to the town or wherever they locate, You won't even know.
Will we get sweet potato bread at the fair?
Yes, definitely.
You will bring the gari. Would you
We bring the gari, the flour, and the bread.
And you bring the chili pepper too?
We'll bring chili pepper. We are exhibiting chili pepper, eggplant, okra. Sweet potato
in a lot
stuff.
of quantities, or can we
in
come
a lot of quantities?
Because if when you say exhibit, we like we come to look, we want
No,
to buy.
no. Yes,
so when we come to
we are bringing it there to make money.
Good. So when we come to Maflix, we can buy chili.
You can buy chili, tomatoes, eggplant. We do shallot too. I forget to tell you.
Shallot.
Yeah, we grow a lot of shallot.
Okay.
You see shallot there. You see eggplant.
Okay.
The white eggplant and the purple. You see turia. Turia is Asian vegetable.
Turia.
Turia look like
you know that.
Yeah.
It look like
it's an aubergine.
Aubergine family.
Okay.
It look like cucumber but longer than cucumber.
Okay. Do you do
you know
cucumber?
it. You know it. We have the wild one, which people call sponge when you go to the village. Yes,
Okay. Yeah. It's like sponge.
Yes.
Okay. That's turia.
That's turia. It's Asian vegetable.
Do we eat it in Ghana?
Yes, people eat Lebanese, and people are eating. People use it to mix with okra.
It looks like
it's
a
very
wild,
soft.
Yeah. Like a wild plant.
It's very soft, very good, sweet taste.
And do you grow this in greenhouses or you grow them in normal?
Yeah, turia we grow them in a normal environment, but tomatoes, chili we grow them in a greenhouses.
It makes it better.
Yes, the shelf life also. The shelf life lasts longer. The greenhouse, that's the
concept.
The concept.
So you have both greenhouses and normal land.
We have greenhouses and a normal.
And you
land.
employ 154 staff.
Yes, please.
And wow, that's incredible. And you export to all these countries.
Yes.
Amazing. You do have enough stock for people who will come and buy in bulk.
Yes, we have.
You do.
Yes.
Okay.
We do delivery as well. If you can place your order,
so we can come and do order. You send it to our house.
Yes, they can even.
So how can we recognize what's the brand color of?
Maflis with a color with as usual.
MAPHLI.
SX is xylophone.
Maflis. That's the name of your company.
Yes.
Let's come to JL Foods. You've told me what you're bringing. How did you enter Agric? Because I know you as a journalist.
I know, right? And everybody was surprised. Everybody was surprised when they heard that I had gone into Agric, because people are like, "Oh, you live in this glamorous world. You're always on TV, always dolled up, looking nice, and all of that."
Yeah.
You know, so why would you want to go and dirty your hands? Why would you want to soil yourself?
Oh, Charlie.
I mean, the kind of comments I got, people are confused really, because it was it. But it's normal, because I mean, this society, people have certain expectations of you. I don't know why, but so there are those questions. But at the end of 2022, I wanted a new challenge. I felt burnt out, and I always say that Agric found me, because I was looking for a challenge, and I had a call from a friend who, and let me just put it on record, JL is a partnership.
Okay.
I don't fully own.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had a call from a friend who said he had, various tracts of land, but he didn't have the time to actually start a farm and manage it. So would I do that, and then, eventually we share the profits. And so that's how JL was birthed.
Serious?
Yes. So
did you get any training in it, or you just?
I didn't. What I did was I watched a lot of videos of farmers before me.
Okay.
I spoke to some farmers, but you see, you can do all the research, but the actual work is on the ground. The practical, the practical. So, in 2023 February, we set up JL. We started off with 5 acres or so of lettuce.
Okay.
We're growing lettuce at Mampong. And so we started with that because I had already spoken to people who were in the restaurant business.
So they wanted you to supply.
Exactly. So, and my thing was I didn't want to experience post-harvest losses.
Exactly.
I'm just starting. I don't want to lose any money. Exactly. So I always make sure that the market is ready before we harvest. And so that's how we started. And then eventually, when we acquired more lands in the eastern region, we started doing corn, which is quite easy to grow. It takes about 3 months max, and then you're good to go once you do all that you need to do to make sure that it's well done. And then we moved to garden eggs. And I have to say, I mean, it looks like it's a lot of ups for me, but there have been downs because when we started with the garden eggs, they were really good. Sold out, and I was so excited. And then someone introduced a new variety to me. A new variety, and this is the thing, Usually on the plant you have about 10 10 or 15 eggplants
per tree, per
plant.
yeah.
And this person told me that this variety you can produce like 2025.
Allah.
So I was doing the calculations in my head. And I said, oh, I can make money from this. Let's do it. We did it. We grew the thing. And
it grew.
No, it grew.
Okay.
And then when it was time to harvest,
Yeah.
the outside looked so nice.
Oh,
When
inside
we
is hard.
cut the inside.
It's hard.
Oh no.
Blackened. And I mean, I just, it was. I don't know. I was
So
really...
let me go back to what I know. Oh God.
Exactly. So I mean,
Wow.
those are
Some of the
that's part of
stories.
the story. Yeah. So
Wow.
we did that, and then so after the
At this point, were you still doing media, or were you fully in it?
no. I had transitioned into
Fully?
Agric fully.
How
Yes.
about she just
No, you
stop
have
the
to
media
be.
and
So
went
Agric
to-
is not, like you said, Agric is not part time.
It's not part time.
You can't take. You have to.
to be present.
Mercy.
You have to be
pity
present
those who
because
do
the thing
Agric
is that
part-time.
you can give instructions to. I manage farmers.
Okay.
You can give instructions to them if
Mm-hmm.
you leave them at it. I mean, my boss always says that you delegate at your own risk.
Mm.
So you delegate, but you micromanage as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't tell them when you're coming. You give them instructions.
You just
Then
appear.
You just appear.
Like the
Otherwise,
Holy
they won't
Spirit.
you be there. And then that's how people's farms, get destroyed because
Yeah, okay.
they put so much money.
Mm.
They entrust people to take care of their farms. They come back and they realize that nothing has been done. So you have to be present.
Mm.
So I built a certain foundation of supervision.
Okay.
So now I don't have to be there all the time,
Mm.
to supervise them.
Wow.
But it's been a learning experience.
So you've done this for almost 3 years now.
Yes, please.
Full-time farmer.
Yes, please.
I envy you too much. Gosh, let me come to you. For you, it's not your farm. This is National Service. You're representing the association.
Yes,
but how long has National Service been involved in agriculture?
For a very long time.
Okay.
A very long time.
Mm.
Yeah. But people really didn't know much about it. They only thought of National Service doing postings but we're doing the Agric and the poultry too at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah.
They knew you were doing postings and scandals.
Yeah. Please, I beg you.
Forgive me. So, who works on the farm? Is it the service personnel, or you have fully employed people who work?
Service personnel.
Some service personnel.
Yes,
okay.
I mean, they are posted there.
Yeah.
You said you did National Service as a National Service farmer. Is that what you said?
No, I didn't say that.
Explain it to her.
Oh, you want me to go there?
No, you just said because you said you used to work there or something.
No, when I was doing my first, we used to do two.
A-level National Service.
A-level National Service and post-university. There was something called a Community Improvement Unit, CIU.
Okay.
And when you are posted there, you are given schedules from the farm to different communities.
Okay.
So that will take us to the farms at Papao for a bit before you are given the chance to go to other communities.
Oh, okay.
So that's
what
I
you
wasn't
did.
stationed at the farm. No.
You say your farms are your place are Hacho.
Yes,
But,
Hacho.
but is that the only place you have?
Yes, for the moment.
For the livestock.
For the last they are Hacho, Papa.
But do you do like maize and that kind of thing?
Yeah, we do maize. Right now we have 20 acres of maize.
Where is that?
Komewu.
You mentioned that.
Yes.
I see.
Komewu.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we have tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
Why did you know about it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he actually is doing something with you, but you know because he's a big man. So you do maize as well and other things.
Yeah,
but
that's
for the purpose of the agri fair, you are bringing
catfish, egg, layer, broiler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I hope you know you are selling at farm gate price.
I know.
So that people can come and buy more.
Yes, please.
Because people want to know that you guys are not coming to. In fact, there's a question for you. There's a listener who says, I should ask you, Kamasa. Good morning, Bernard. Please ask your big farmer on the set why potatoes are so expensive in our local market. This is from John, Dr. John something. Is it true? Is that potatoes are expensive?
Yeah, potato is also a special crop, and the type we are growing is very expensive. But sometimes I find it amazing that when you go to farmers market and some of the shop, the prices, how they price the potato is very expensive. Because I realize that the price they are buying it from us is cheaper than 3 times cheaper than what they are selling in the supermarket.
But that one, leave it for them. I mean.
So, and then the cultivation. And this year, I don't know what is the air which is blowing. Everybody is looking for potato. I think it's because of the nutrients the crop itself have also count. because people are looking for this variety, especially the orange flesh and then the purple flesh. Every day people call for it.
How come I've never seen purple flesh? Do you know purple flesh? Because sweet potatoes, I know there's one which is a bit whitish. And then there's the orange flesh, but I never have purple flesh.
We will just eat that tomo. We just eat that tomo. We don't know the color. Yeah.
Where is that name from? Atomo. You know, we call
Atomo, that's the white one. We are bringing improved variety of the white one.
No, that's the Ghana word for
for all the potato.
For potato.
Okay, but the white more people,
white
call it Atomo. The white. We are even bringing the white one as well.
Let me read a few questions for you before I come back to some men's. This is the City Business Edition. Today we're live with 3 anchor farms: National Service Farms, JL Foods, and Maflix Trust. National Service Farms is bringing all kinds of things: catfish, broilers, eggs, gizzard, and then they also do ostrich and cow, but they're not bringing the ostrich. I hope you're not bringing an ostrich.
Please no.
But people eat. So is it the egg that people eat or what?
The egg, and people use the ostrich for exhibition.
For exhibition?
Yes, please.
But they don't chew the meat.
I don't know of that.
So the ostrich is like for tourists kind of thing.
The meat is consumed.
But the egg, have you tasted the egg before?
Yes.
It's nice?
I couldn't tell the difference.
Oh, okay. That's good enough.
I couldn't tell the
That's
difference.
a good start.
But when you see it, the raw stage, it's bigger than
It's
the
bigger
normal
than
egg.
So, are you bringing rabbit meat as well?
No, please.
No rabbit today. No. Are you bringing pork?
No, please.
Are you going to be roasting some of the things there for people?
Yes, please.
You'll be roasting some?
Yes, we will do that.
You'll be roasting some. Okay. Somebody wants me to ask you about the kebabs, that you hope the kebabs will not be expensive.
Oh, they will be normal price. I mean, the kebab people, to be honest, are not the farmers. Okay.
So they are coming to support.
Yeah, some of the farms will do grills and different types, but the kebab people are there from. I think there are about 20 kebab stations.
Hey.
Yeah, there are about 20 kebab stations.
Which types are we looking at?
They have beef kebab, they have pork, they have goats, they have chicken, everything.
All the kebabs.
Yeah, they have a confirm what's that, guinea fowl, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm making the point, Araba was making a point about farm supervision. I think that's something that's lost on middle class people who want to look at farming as a second job. If you don't approach it from a scientific way, and I'm not talking about scientific as in laboratory scientific, as in measured, if you don't let them know what you expect, say 1 acre, we want to make sure that we produce 3 tons of. You see, they actually, look, let me be blunt, they actually think you are stupid.
If you
Some
are
of
not
the
there.
people, I'm telling you.
It's true.
So that's their body language.
If you are not there, they will
not
finish you.
there, they will mess you up.
Same thing for you?
The same thing. So like she mentioned, if I'm going to the farm, I don't even tell. I have a brother, direct brother, but I'll be talking to him on the phone close to the farm, but I won't inform that I'm coming. So early in the morning they'll see me around. Oh, boss is around. Yes.
There's a big
very
problem.
important. Someone told me
It's a
this story.
specific-
It's funny, but it's not funny. But so someone had 3 cows and they gave it to someone to manage for them. Yeah. So when he goes to visit, he visits like once in 3 months or something like that. He sees, and the cows are white. You know, they're all white, so you can't tell. Yeah. So he goes and he sees the white cows grazing, and he thinks, and he says, "Oh, are these my cows?" And the guy tells him, yeah, they are doing very well. Not knowing the guy had sold the cows. These cows belong to somebody else, but of course you can't tell the difference.
Showing your cow, so somebody's cow.
He had sold the cows and then run away with the money. So
They do that.
Yes, a farmer says, Bernard, I'm on my way to farm this morning listening. I sent someone to go check on it unannounced, and the pictures. So today I've taken the day off to go and monitor. Absentee farming, you go lose poto. This is from a listener who's a farmer. Let me read a few more messages for you. Good morning. The way you put me and my boys go do a Jumako and PC this weekend.
My friend, time no catch. Time no catch for Jumako and PC. What is that?
What's a Jumako and PC?
It's something the boys, the youth in the Jumako do during the festival.
It's how different from normal and PC.
Oh, Charlie.
What we said, we had the plantain and
that's what I'm
everything.
saying.
Because JL Food is bringing plantain, cassava,
huge,
and all kinds of things.
They spread them PC, Charlie.
Bernard, my appliance plug delivered my new freezer yesterday. I'll be at the fair to logo veggies, ziplock, and freeze for the rest of the year. The Agbeliko cassava, no? Tell Araba she should bring me some cutting from my backyard garden. So, would you guys sell cuttings, or like some people want to come and get seedlings and stuff, or that's not your business?
Yeah.
Well, he just said he'll bring
seedling, tomato seedling, coconut seedling.
Okay, so that's Kwame from Tesi. Kwame from Tesi. Do you know Agbeliko?
What is Agbeliko?
Agbeliko, explain it to her.
When you boil the cassava, like normal boiling cassava, that's what we call it.
You say
Banchampesi.
So you say Banchampesi, Mankeni Ampesi. We call it ko.
Oh, okay.
Ampesi is ko.
Yeah, that's the ko. So Agbeliko.
That's boiled.
Yes.
Boiled.
Please, ostrich is consumed. I remember eating some as a child when I visited an ostrich farm with my dad. Hey, they are very powerful.
That's why I don't even remember where the farm is.
All right. Now, Samuel, can you emphasize the point around the farm gate price and also the issue of, because quite a number of people are asking whether we are going to insist on that.
You see, we are encouraging these farmers to be out there and link them up with consumers. We are not promising controlled pricing. Okay, so you may visit 2-3 different outlets selling the same thing at different prices.
Exactly.
Okay, but what we are saying is that generally speaking, you have a better bargain if you come and buy from there. That's all we are saying.
And we are telling the farmers to.
Oh no, we have spoken with them, and it's in their interest. It's in their interest because you see, if you understand the farming, even farming at the local level, you bear me out. The worst experience you have is to take produce to the market and have to return home.
That is terrible.
Especially if it's perishable, Papa.
Yes.
So everything has to finish today.
It has to finish.
Let me read a few more comments for you. Eleonora says, "Good morning, team. I hope the Agri Fair has everything from today because I'm coming to shop for the next half year," with a smiley. Bernard, could you please ask Araba and the others whether they have insured their farm and if they have considered doing so in the near future? This is actually a good question worth posing to all of them. Also, a word of admiration for the impressiveness of Araba Kunsin. She sets a remarkable example. Young ladies across Ghana could be inspired by her dedication and consider venturing into farming as well. This is Harrison Kujo Zinanu, who is
Thank you, Harrison.
Harrison, yeah. Good morning, Bernard. Kindly ask your guests if they do organic products and whether there's a credible certification process for the product. This is Ken. Hey, Charlie, big questions are coming. Oh. Good morning, Bernard. Ostrich meat is very nice. Next time you are in SA or East Africa, ask for some. Ostrich carpaccio, cured raw meat is fantastic. Second point, farmer stealing. My friend who owns a piggery told me her pigs keep eloping 2 by 2. She keeps losing them in cup. So, honey, 2 by.
What to check? Go and check the farm manager.
Alex, Bernard, I'm coming to the fair with my pickup, a big Toyota Hilux, so they should get ready. All right. So people have meant this thing, pa. The question about potatoes is from Dr. John Kek Atisu, Radiology Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Doc, I'd like to see you there so that we can eat some kebab and discuss national issues. I'm getting a comment from okay, I won't mention the name, but these are people who are in the business sector who said they'll come as well. So, anything about insurance, or it's not something you want to comment on? Somebody wants to know if you've insured your farm and if it's something you're considering doing.
We insured our farm some time ago. You remember the terrible issue happened to me?
Oh Lord, this was last year.
Yes.
Tell us. He called me.
I went to the farm. I think I spent 3 days on the farm. I left the farm Friday night. Arrived in Accra, I think 10 o'clock in the night. Then 1 o'clock they called me that there's a storm on the farm. And we lost close to over $500,000. Some of our greenhouses went down, our offices, everything went.
There was a
massive storm in the village there. Very terrible. So I decided not to go to the farm that morning return back to the farm that money. So I remember 3 years ago we insured a farm and with GAEP, Ghana Insurance, Agric insurance pool. And then we have one side have a flood. When we follow up with the payment, it turned to a whole lot of issue. Eventually, Ghana Insurance, agriculture insurance pool also collapsed. So then the following year, we decided not to continue to insure the farm because insurance company, they don't understand agriculture insurance. When they come, 1 acre, the bill they will give you is more than even the cost of production on the farm. So I took it upon myself, went to Ghana Insurance Commission. My crusade is that they should look at a way how they can
viable way of insuring Agric. That's viable.
So they're also preaching now. Now, Glyco is our side one to insure the farm because what happened to us, we didn't get any benefit out of that storm.
Okay.
So Agric insurance is something we have to look at.
All right.
Because Senegal is doing it. Ghana, we are new in it. They have to have a formula how they can use calculation to calculate insurance.
We'll discuss that on a different show. Finally, someone wants to know whether you guys are doing organic. Is that you do organic?
Yes.
You're not. All right. Okay.
Sorry, what's organic again?
So as in not. I suspect they are talking.
I see that in Europe, organic and non-organic.
So they are not using like GM and that.
Even only, let me help him. Organic, people can grow things organic, but if you don't have organic certificate attached to it, it's not organic. Because you have to be
considered organic
in the market.
As in outside Ghana.
Outside Ghana, even Ghana, people are falling. Yes, no, people are falling in now. Want to see because we are conscious of what we eat. So people want to know truly this product is.
Because in the Western world, organic is more expensive.
Very, it's a niche market.
Yeah. Let me read a few comments. Good morning, Ben. I tell some men that we are Community Improvement Unit alumni. The concept of CIU and NS Farms was started under Peter Kodube. This is Tony Dogbe in Accra. Good morning, Bernard. This is White of the Farmers Market. I'd like to connect. Okay, no, I don't. Okay, we can deal with that later on. It's a personal message. Bernard, how are your farmers ensuring the exit chemicals correctly? I think we need to ensure our farms and customers can trace back products to farms. All right, thank you for all these comments. Let me end by asking again to tell us how we can find you. So, how will we know that we are National Service Farms? You have a nice logo there. What are you bringing?
My girls are wearing green.
They are wearing green.
Yeah, they're wearing green today.
Okay.
Yes, the marketing team.
Okay, they're wearing green.
They're wearing green today. So if you see anyone wearing green dress.
And we'll see NSS Farms.
Yes, please. Papao NSS.
NSS Farms, Papao.
Yes,
every one of them has been labeled properly.
So you can look for them.
So you can look for them. Yeah.
And Araba, how can we find you?
So you see my assistant there. I mean, our colors are green and white.
Green,
yes,
on
and
a
you
white
see
background.
the JL logo
JL
there.
logo.
Yes, and we have our pull-ups there too, so it'll be easy to identify.
And you are doing the maize, you are doing the
cassava,
plantain, and then you are
garden
doing
eggs,
garden eggs,
chili pepper.
Yes. We'll come and clear all. And as for you, Maflix, you are doing chili, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, gari, bread, flour, and the rest of it. And you will be there at the kebab stand.
I'll be everywhere. But you know, this event is starting today at the Efwa Sutherland Children's
I actually passed
Park.
there before I came.
Yes, today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Correct.
3 days.
Yes.
Because somebody is asking where we are doing it. So
Efwa Sutherland Children's Park is just next.
Opposite the National Theatre. If you don't know the National Theatre,
Yes.
or when you take Trottoir. Tell them you drop in front of the moving pig.
That's all.
Where they sell the foods. So when you drop her, then you walk back.
Or the traffic light at National Theatre.
Yes,
it's on your left when you're coming.
You haven't done trotro in a long time. There's no trotro station at the traffic light.
You catch me. We've been speaking to friends and 3 anchors. We've been talking to MFA Angeline Akosu, who is the marketing person at the National Service Farms. I can't wait for their eggs and their poultry. We already actually went to buy some of your chicken from the farm.
Was it nice?
Ah, my God.
Just tell them it's really nice.
And it's very well priced. It's fairly priced as well. And the Araba Kumsin, yes, the Araba Kumsin, you know. You know, yesterday when I called your number, it's strange. Yesterday when I asked for your number from Fremont. It says Araba JL Foods. I wasn't sure it was Araba Kumsin. So I was like, how is this?
I mean, I also got to know Oli yesterday. Yeah. Although, of course, I've always known that you're doing farming, but I didn't know it was JL the same. And I knew JL Farms, but I didn't know that you're connected. But it's
Charlie, you've done
it's a good story, man.
Charlie,
we'll write a book about this.
Now you're attempting me.
No, seriously, Araba, it's serious. I'm serious. Even I will write on your behalf. Yeah.
From the mic to the farm, Araba Kumsin for JL Foods, and also my friend Felix Kamasa, who is the vice president of FAGE with Maflix Trust, a farm that produces all kinds of things. Samalata Mensah is the CEO of the company. He's also wearing green. We are wearing green today. And this final announcement, the clinics begin tomorrow. If you want to register for the Agri Fair clinics, simply call or WhatsApp 0558 973 973. We're training almost 11 modules: piggery, rabbit rearing, yam, beekeeping, mushroom, fruit juice production, fish farming, snail farming, poultry farming, all being delivered by our partners, including the CSIRs. There are about 6 of the CSIR groups coming to do the training together with Agri Impact Limited. Don't forget, the Agri Fair is brought to you by Channel 1 with support from Citi FM, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, the Horticultural Business Platform, Twillium Ghana Limited, and our technology partner is Farmerline. Thanks for listening. The City Breakfast Show continues.
Is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life. Papa Lolo Ankasa, Polita is everywhere, durable and authentic, stronger brand you can trust. Polita, we get some more.
Let me tell you about Shell Helix HX8, ECT, C3, 5W30.
That sounds very complicated.
Oh, let me break it down. Shell Helix is a fully synthetic motor oil mainly used in petrol engines. HX8 means high performance and extra protection oil for your car. ECT stands for emission compatible technology, meaning it's safe for the environment and keeps your catalytic converter clear so they don't get cut off due to blockage. 5W30 means better fuel efficiency for your car.
Oh, so HS8 is the actual name and the rest are the added benefits.
Exactly. Shell Helix HX8 ECT C3 5W30 is a fully synthetic motor oil that keeps your engine running smoother for longer.
Shell Helix, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adapted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
There is small money, there is big money, and there is too much money. Telecel Too Much Money promo is here. Dial star 500 hash to opt in. In the Telecel Too Much Money promo, you can win 100 Ghana cedis cash in the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis in the weekly draws, and 1.2 million Ghana cedis in the grand draw. That's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Simply reload airtime to end points to stand a chance to win. Dial star 500 hash or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in now for the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Friday morning, welcome aboard to kick off on the City Breakfast Show with me, Edwin Kwakofi. Let's start off with the MTN FA Cup Committee Chairman Wilson Arthur, who says he welcomes the controversy surrounding last Sunday's final, insisting it has brought more attention to the competition. Asante Kotoko were crowned champions after being awarded a hotly debated penalty following an alleged foul by Golden Kick goalkeeper Kelvin Saba on Kwame Poku. Speaking on Channel 1 Sports, Bernard Abeku Otri on the Pigeon Show Football Made in Ghana, Wilson Arthur believes the drama has only helped boost the profile of the FA Cup.
I used to be the marketing manager for Media Number One, Talavata in Company, which became Metro TV. And it got to a stage when they developed a jingle, TV jingle. Before they send it to a client, they make me look at it. And one of the things I always say is that where's the controversy? I always want a little bit of controversy. A little bit of controversy is good. You know, the match is trending because of the penalty. It could trend because the penalty. People, they ask me, did you see the penalty? I said, no, I didn't even see the penalty. Yeah, I didn't even see it. So the one they watch for social media be the one me to watch you. So me, if you ask me if it be penalty or not, I don't even know. But that is what it is. Yes. People will talk about it, but yes, even with the VAR, sometimes there are decisions that are controversial, isn't it?
The voice of MTN FA Cup Committee Chairman Wilson Arthur speaking on Channel 1 TV's Football Made in Ghana. Speaking of the FA Cup winners, the communications director of Asante Kotoko, Safuduku, has confirmed that Abdul Karim Zito will remain head coach as the club gears up for their CAF Confederation Cup campaign. Zito, who also serves as technical director, had earlier stated that he would return to the role after the season. Safuduku says Zito was appointed as interim coach while the club considered other options, but adds that the club's plans have now changed.
The plan was that let's bring in Zito and then look for a substantive coach. In the absence of a substantive coach, let Zito act till the end of the season. Events have changed. There are other options on the table. It is through our discussion that we know which of the options will be the best for Kotoko. He's an experienced coach. He has what it takes to take that to Africa. If management decides, or if the parties come to the conclusion that he should be the person to lead us, why not? But that will be after we have discussed his technical report and assess it, and then draw a conclusion.
You heard the communications director of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Safu Duku. At the Club World Cup, Lionel Messi scored a wonderful free kick as Inter Miami came from behind to beat Porto. Atletico Madrid were 3-1 winners over the Seattle Sounders, aided by a brace from Pablo Barrios. And in the biggest shock of the tournament so far, European champions PSG were stunned 1-0 by Brazilian side Botafogo. In the NBA, Obi Toppin scored 20 points and Andrew Nemhard added 17 as the Indiana Pacers forced a winner-takes-all Game 7 by rolling past the Oklahoma City Thunder 108-91. Monday night's game in Oklahoma City will be the first Game 7 in the NBA Finals since 2016 between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game tips off at midnight. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, it's at citysportsonline.com. Kickoff is powered by Shell Go Well, Politangana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I am Edwin Kwak Kofi. The City Breakfast Show with Caleb Kuda continues.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Are you ready to lead like never before?
Ready to master the art of strategy and inspire teams that thrive?
It's the Management Bootcamp 2025.
An exclusive high-impact training for mid to senior pros.
Learn from Ghana's finest industry minds, brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM.
From the trusted voices of excellence, Citi FM and Channel 1 TV comes an elite training experience designed to sharpen your strategy, leadership, and communication.
Make a date for the Management Bootcamp 2025 from Sunday the 22nd of June to Saturday the 28th of June 2025. The venue is the Platinum Bay and Passion Base Hotels.
Call 0242-011-424 to register now.
The Management Bootcamp 2025. Lead forward. The Management Bootcamp 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
From back in the day, when Afro hair was trending and children had to queue to play Kojo's video game, Fun Milk was always irresistible. Today, it's an after-school source of refreshment. For you stuck in traffic and for us looking to cool off under the sun, the invitation is always that sound. So, whatever your choice, Fun Milk quality products keeps you cool and refreshed. Fun Milk triggers so much fun and excitement with just a blast of a horn. Fun Milk, spreading joy to everyone. This advert is FDA approved.
Still unbeatable. Republic Bank has slashed the city mortgage interest rate to a new low. That means it's more affordable to own your dream home. You enjoy lower monthly installments, save on interest payments, flexible loan arrangements, and more. Make the move. Own your home at a lower teen interest rate. But hurry, this offer lasts for a limited time. Visit any Republic Bank branch or send email to myhome@republicghana.com or call Accra 054-0109-649. Kumasi 054-0109-901 to apply today and enjoy a teen interest rate. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talent, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
AgriFair 2025 is almost here. The much anticipated AgriFair 2025 is just around the corner. Happening from the 20th to the 22nd of June at the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra. Get ready for a fun, educative, and exciting experience as we bring together the very best in agriculture, food, innovation, and entertainment all in one place. Exhibitors, if you have registered, it's time to pay and secure your spot before it's too late. Don't miss this opportunity to showcase your product to thousands of attendees. Call 0205-973-973 now to make your payment and lock in your space at of Ghana's biggest agri events. Come and enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices and treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Don't miss this. See you there. The Agri Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, the Horticulture Business Platform, and Twillium Ghana Limited. Our technology partner is Farmerline.
From back in the day, when Afro hair was trending and children had to queue to play Kojo's video game, Fun Milk was always irresistible. Today, it's an after-school source of refreshment. For you stuck in traffic and for us looking to cool off under the sun, the invitation is always that sound. So, whatever your choice, Fun Milk quality product keeps you cool and refreshed. Fun Milk triggers so much fun and excitement with just a blast of a horn. Fun Milk, spreading joy to everyone. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Hey, of course. You know we have been friends since childhood, and we always tell each other everything.
Oh, Cynthia, I know that. And that is why you're my best friend.
We even eat together, and I have spare keys to your room. I also know your phone password.
Cynthia, don't I also know your phone password?
Yes, so. But what about your Momo PIN?
Hey, no way.
Indeed, Akos. Your Momo PIN is your secret. Do not share your PIN for any reason or give your PIN to someone to send cash on your behalf. Debida, never give out your PIN or OTP as a means of claiming a so-called promotional prize one. Your PIN is like your toothbrush. It only belongs to you. Stay alert.
MTN.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh yeah, Jeduble Ambule. Today is that day. It's a big day. We're going to the farm. We're going to the market. It's the Agri Fair. We're getting into it. Along the way, we have some of your issues coming up for conversation as well. Richard Delaskai, Francisca Kakraforsing, Caleb Kuda. 0549-986-996. Interactive conversation. In the meantime, First Bank is embarking on a journey to reconnect with customers who haven't used their account for a while. Please reactivate your dormant account at First Bank. Let's provide you the gold standard of banking once again. Visit our website and our social media platforms. Check out our link in the bio and you're good to go. Please visit any of our branches nationwide. We'll be happy to receive you. 0596-921-921. Please give us a call. Shoot us an email. firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first. Kabi chocolate. If you haven't tried Kabi chocolate yet, you're really missing out. It's rich, smooth, proudly made in Ghana. Perfect treat for yourself or a thoughtful gift for someone special. Getting your hands on some Kabi goodness is super easy. You can find Kabi chocolate at all Palace Mall branches, Migmart, this is East Legon, and Laboni, White Gecko handicraft shops at Kotoka International Airport, Shashi and Super Save, and plenty of other supermarkets across the town. Kabi also produces custom-made chocolate gifts for corporate events and businesses. If you're planning something for your team or clients, you've got something extra sweet for you. Yeah, and you'll find Kabi all around the world as well. In the US, we are available. Look out for us and you're good to go. The Office of the Registrar of Companies wishes to issue this final reminder to all registered business owners, company directors, secretaries, and partners of incorporated partnerships in Ghana that there will be no extension beyond June 30 deadline for the filing of annual returns and the renewal of business names. We've issued earlier press releases detailing this already. So please comply or you'll pay a penalty of 1,000 Ghana Cedi in addition to your filing fee. We are urging all companies and business owners to comply with this statutory obligation or risk being delisted from the official register. We do not operate any Momo account, so disregard any request for Momo payments. If you want any clarity, 059-952-5774. Follow us online, ORC Ghana. ORC is a trusted business partner. Some messages coming through. Good morning, Bernard. Is any farmer bringing a coconut? It's such a delicacy. Sky, you know what a coconut is? You know a coconut?
This guy, why you doing?
But how they even preserve that coconut? Maybe it's on the kebab stick,
because the last time somebody came and was threatening me with a coconut.
It had some sauce in there and all that was nicely packaged. Did you try it?
No, I fled from temptation.
So Robbie from Adenta, your message, now coconut, come and see. I'm sure you will find someone who will get one. This one says, please, I have 13 acres and I would like to start farming. Can I get help? Oh, come on. There are clinics available, and if you choose any of the sessions that will be, carried out, you'll be good. 13 acres, that's a lot.
Come to the clinic first.
Come make we talk. So they look at that.
You're looking for some parcel of land here. 13 acres.
Just that the people, they are just being difficult. They go and get a line. Somebody says,
plenty litigation.
You are in my family land, so you have to settle this. Then eventually say no.
That's one of the main challenges, right? Land litigation and all. I tried poultry farming and they ran away with the eggs. So I got AI cameras that count the eggs as the chickens. Wow.
No, wait. Who runs away with the eggs?
I think he's talking about his workers.
The chicken ran away.
It sounded like the chicken ran away initially, but now I get the understanding that his stuff ran away with the thing. The human problem is a big problem across the board. And I have a message I'll be sharing with you. We'll get into shortly.
I got AI cameras that count the eggs as the chickens lay the eggs. So okay, so the people, so the
their body count
so
for
he's
them.
able to track and monitor. He knows the number of eggs.
So, that's right. That's a positive use of artificial intelligence to count and also remotely monitor what happens. It's very important. You know, it's a secret.
So absentee farming and its challenges. If you are not present, you risk having some of your things.
So in this day and age, you don't have to always be on your farm in order to, for instance, spray the farm. Water the plants or the crops, or even if you like, apply weedicides.
You mean you don't have to be present at all?
You don't have to always be. Because artificial intelligence allows for some of these things to be done remotely. And then also, there's also something known as geofencing, where if you say you have 200 cattle, right? That's the right terminology, right?
Yeah, cattle.
Yeah, and then you want to keep them on a farm a size of maybe about 4 acres, 5 acres, and you don't have the money to erect physical barriers as to prevent them from straying into people's farms and all of that. You can also do what is known as geofencing, which allows you to install appropriate devices, which strictly speaking do not erect physical barriers. But anytime the animal moves close to an area that is fenced off, it will get some little, electricity shock would tell it to come back into the space reserved for the animals. So instead of spending
geofencing,
instead of spending, for instance, what's the name? Maybe you have to spend 1 million Ghana cedis or maybe 2 million or 3 million just to erect a barrier to prevent the animal from going out. You can also engage technology in this space.
Geofencing. But this one, they won't stray into someone's farm and go and chew their crops.
Once the system is active, anytime the animal wants to cross, it is prevented. There's a shock that goes
because it will be shocked.
So then it comes back to where it is.
And then there's geotagging too.
Yeah, geotagging also helps you to locate exactly where each animal is at every given time.
Interesting.
And then also you can also monitor plant health using drone technology. So we have all manner of drones on the market these days, which, when properly given the right payload, you can fly them over maybe 100 acres of land, and it will be able to first of all count for you the number of trees you may have or the number of plants you may have.
Right.
It can also, when you run the proper software systems, tell you which of them are healthy, which of them require additional fertilizer.
These drones will be very expensive, like industrial drones.
No, not necessarily. I mean, you can get matrice. Some of these, DJI kind drones.
That's what I'm saying. Those are expensive. Oscar, even the basic drones for cinematic stuff, those are expensive.
No, Oscar.
Drone that you are mounting payloads and things like that.
It's not huge. No, it is not huge like that. And then also, in cases where you cannot afford to buy the drones yourself,
you can rent them.
You can also get services, provided for you in that space.
Well, we are generating a lot of interest among many of our listeners who are now looking into going into farming. Some messages have come through to that effect. Bro, this one says, I look for money, acquire a 350-acre land. The land is ready, but money no day. Same place I was doing my Adaklu farm project. I started on a 60-acre on lease. Now the landlord said they won't lease any longer. Wow. They want to sell the land, but they are not they are not selling only the original 60 acres they leased to me. They want to sell the entire parcel of 350 acres. I really want to acquire it and go into full-time integrated farming. Any of the banks willing to put money behind this?
The challenge we have had in this space is the lack of willingness on the part of banks, including the ones that were purposely set up originally to deal with agribusiness or businesses. For some reason, some people consider the space too high risk. And then they do not want to put money there. But it's unfortunate. I mean, if we really want to deepen the production of food and related things for the economy to be able to feed itself and grow, of course there has got to be capital injection. And where do we find capital? In the banks, majority of the times. Unless of course you insist that people should lean on friends, family, and microcredit institutions that in some cases use cutthroat interest rates that create problems and all of that. So it's unfortunate that the banks are they have very low appetite for going into the Agric space. I do know that there are a number of them that have special products in the space, but even those ones, they require of you to produce all kinds of security and what's the technical term for collateral, yes.
The sorry to cut you, Sky. The representative from APSA on the series, the business series, raised very interesting concern about this whole risk or the fear of getting into agribusiness by the banks because of high risk. And for me, it was a fundamental and fantastic point. He said that it was an idea that was born out of ignorance, and that if there was adequate information by the lender, getting to know about the land system, wherever the farming is going to happen, what kind of crops are going to be planted, understanding the seasons, the harvesting seasons, that can equip a bank to manage any potential risk and still lend money to these agribusinesses.
Yeah, there was an angle to that story where the APSA, one of the officials from APSA actually said that banks are learning to be more receptive to farmers, and so it's a space that they are aggressively looking into financing. And also this week, if you remember, when we spoke to the chief economist at DBG, Professor Eric Osesibe, he did mention that last year they had lent 300 million Ghana cedis to farmers, and this year they've increased that to 500 million, and that they will be present. They have one of our partners as well for the Agri 500 million. I think I remember cedis. So there are funding opportunities for farmers as well, and some of them will be present at the Agri Fair. So if you're into Agric or you want to get into there are financing models available also that you want to come seek information, interact with these people, build a network and see how they can help with what you also have going on. Some will have need for capital to inject into what they already have. For others, like my friend who's just sent this message, who are looking into acquiring lands, the property owners do not want to lease the land any longer, but are now looking at selling an entire 350-acre land where he already has investments on a smaller portion, 60-acre. I think that it will be good to see you around, Chris. Pass by, let's interact with the banks and see how we can advance this moving forward.
It's all well and good where if you have institutions, making some commitment, right, in the space. But I think it is not enough to just say that we are sensitive to the needs of the farmers and we are making some commitments in that regard. I think the bigger issue has also got to do with the fact that some of the demands clearly go well beyond the pockets
of the farmers,
the capacity of the farmers. Because look, if you ask a farmer to come and give you a collateral worth, say 2, 3, 4 million Ghana cedis, where's he going to get that from? You understand? That is why in some cases financial institutions elsewhere would support you on the basis that they want to hold some shares or interest in the farm equity, so that at the end of the day, if you farm and what you produce at the end of the day is about 500 million Ghana cedis, they would want to take maybe 40% or 30% of that. So they are funding you not necessarily to collect interest, but they are as equity in a project that I don't know whether our institutions are looking at this model. Again, consistently, it would seem that when you compare what commitments some of the banks make to us, especially even in the case of some of the banks purposely claiming they are going into the space of agriculture, they make to other commercial loans that they give out compared to the Agric business space. You ask yourself whether they are actually respecting the founding mandate. These concerns have been raised at various platforms, including Parliament and many business meetings. As to whether we're doing enough to address that is an entirely different matter. What some other models, some other people use in to deal with the land matter is what is known as domaninche. Read about that in land law related matter.
Domaninche.
Yeah, domaninche, like let's farm so that we can share the so you have the land, which is 100 acres. You are the owner of the land. I want to be the farmer.
Good.
So I will come, you give me the land, and then I will farm the land. And then at the end of the day, based on the quota that is agreed, the ratio that we agree, we have.
Give me 60, take 40.
Yeah, 62. Look at this guy.
Give me 16, take 40.
The only factor of production
do you want the land or not?
So you keep your land.
You want the land.
I am the man with the expertise.
I have the land.
The landowner has the advantage.
Oh, how? That is not fair. You just have the land. I am the one going to work.
You have 100 acres.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
Oh, that is the problem we have.
Yeah, true. True.
That's the problem, and it's so bad, and that is why you have many farmlands sitting idle. Right. The moment you move into the space, somebody is there. Oh, you have to do it like.
They're not looking at your cost of labor. They are not looking like fertilizer, input, and even the cost of transporting whatever you've produced from the farm to the market. They're just looking at your bumper harvest and they're saying, okay, go ahead, give me my share. And they don't care whether there's pest outbreak or anything like that. They're just demanding their pound of flesh.
And then when you say no, and you see, some of them give you the land, right? Midway through production, they see that you are doing very well. Then they want to vary the term. And when you say, they say, oh, then remove your plant from it. You see, there's something about
mistrust.
Mistrust and lack of certainty in many spaces. If we agree that for 10 years I'll be on this land, and regardless of whatever it is, you're entitled to 20% or 30% as the landowner. Let's go by that. But that is what facilitates this kind of thing.
Envy is what you're saying. Envy.
Like envy.
Okay.
How would you say that in France?
You see, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. And it undermines what we are seeking to do.
Because it doesn't allow for synergies.
It
doesn't allow for that. That's very important in the SME spaces and in agribusiness especially. Because you can't trust somebody you're going to go into business with, as you're saying, because of
And the other problem is how long it takes for disputes like this
to be resolved.
So recently I had a typical case that not that I was advising as a lawyer on, but I was basically advising the person as a friend, because strictly speaking, I wasn't acting for him as a lawyer. So he had a land, farming on it, and then somehow a dispute arose, and the guy says he's going to cut down his plants because they no longer can agree going forward.
So he's going to clear all the crops on the land.
So he gave him an ultimatum to first of all remove. The typical landlady who sometimes comes to tell you that remove your things from the house. If you don't, I'll come and remove the roof. Right? People think that they can assert their rights like that, which is so wrong. So in this case, he says that he's putting bulldozers on standby. If you don't come and remove. Meanwhile, the crops have just started, fruiting. You understand? So, and a matter like this, you'll be surprised that if it goes to the courts,
it will take a long time.
It will take a long time.
Adjournments upon adjournments.
Yes. And sometimes very frivolous reasons would underpin, the adjournment. And so unfortunate. You would expect that because some of these crops are tied to seasons, then maybe it will be an exceptional circumstance that the court will consider and deal with the matter with dispatch. But the system is already clogged. So before it comes to your case, it takes forever. So my advice to him was that, look, if there was a way to actually sanitize this, it would be more useful to engage that process. It is not every matter that should necessarily travel to the courts. There are alternative ways of resolving matters like this. So, if you know someone who the landowner defers to, maybe an elder in the church, a chief, someone who I don't know how to communicate.
He honors the person.
So you take that person, you go and plead your case there, and then the person would either take you to him or will go and engage him.
Some kind of informal arbitration.
Exactly. So then that will resolve the problem. But you see, because some people also think that every matter must go to the court, then you find that somebody files an action, and then the whole thing is chaka, and before you know it.
So these are all some of the realities you will be facing when you decide to make that journey. But there are also great stories as well, people who are making it real good in the sector. And so we are exposing you to all the realities that exist. And I want to encourage secondary schools within Accra to actually bring their students who are Greek or science students, and even art students. In fact, everyone, business students, come to the Agri Fair, the Fuwa Sutherland Children's Park. Come and see what happens, what is possible, and think through it. Expose your children, your students.
Horizon.
Expand their horizon and make it interesting. Now, talking about horizon, today is the birthday of Ibrahim Muhammad, the artist. The artist.
Oh, yeah, the great artist, man, doing great things in the north.
The reason I just remembered is that, I was speaking to him about why he bought airplanes and kept them at his, Tamale Red Clay, and he was talking about horizon. He said for a lot of the children in the villages, they've not seen aeroplanes before. The only moment they will see it, it's almost out of the horizon. So he brought them there so that they can sit in them, learn coding and all those things. So they know that it's possible they could actually grow and, do things, innovate with their hands and all. So great guy, Ibrahim Muhammad. Happy birthday to you.
Yes. Happy birthday.
That's a good one.
He's doing something really great, both locally and internationally.
Yeah.
And he's celebrated globally and locally for what he's doing.
I think
he's one of the finest, artists to have ever been produced by this republic.
Absolutely.
You know that I have some really deep, passion for art because of my own history as a visual art student. So when I see things like that, I really appreciate them deeply.
Yeah. And
my perspective on those matters are entirely different from what would be the view of, with the greatest respect, an untrained mind in the art space. So yes, he's doing something.
Now with the greatest respect, the next is untrained mind. Charlie Sky will kill him away. A few birthdays.
So happy birthday to him. I think what he's doing can be and should be replicated in many ways. Down south, because I also appreciate that.
Absolutely.
If you go to parts of my home region, for instance, you have, say, the Volta region, the whole airport. That's the only place that you can go and see a plane. Even that one, the people are not using it plenty like that. We see it fly, and then we say, Yamabaji. We see, that when it's passing, I don't know whether it's, it's injecting fumes or they are discharging fuel. And blah,
so that's all they see.
So in the village, we'll be running after. So imagine that we have something like that also down south.
It will be great.
It would be really useful because some people would have to travel all the way to Accra.
Yeah, before they come.
There are even people here in Accra who have never come up close to an aeroplane. And it's a great thing he's doing. We should do a lot more of that.
Right. Let me continue with a few messages. Then I have a very interesting message that a listener sent through that borders on our attitude as a people, and then we can jump into a bit of that, right? So happy 70th birthday to Mr. CKB Kwanzaa. You're the managing director of Benfix Construction. You're a proud member of the Adisco Old Boys Association, and you serve as a deacon at the Grace Chapel International Kaneshi First Light. Best wishes. This is coming from Dominic Senaya. Happy belated birthday to Dr. Seth Mantea. Okay, I've done this a bit earlier. Happy birthday to a truly good man, Honorable Richard John Mensah, Deputy Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Gomoa West MP. Your humility and quiet wisdom inspire everyone around you. Your kindness never goes unnoticed. Your integrity shines through all you do. May this new year bring you peace, good health, and all the success. Here's to many more fulfilling years. This is from Duncan and the boys. So, gentlemen and ladies, Sky and Francisca, here's a message we got from a listener a bit earlier. It says, good morning. Please read this. I am Carl from Bechile. He says, there's a very worrying trend among Ghanaian artisans. When you give them a job to do, they collect advance payment. They take advance payment. Then they start playing games with you. They either won't answer your phone calls or give absurd excuses. A welder kept my car for 6 weeks, although he said it would take him 1 week to finish working on it. And now the sprayer too is doing the same. Meanwhile, these same people would start crying foul when foreigners start to set up one auto shop garage here and there where work would be done within agreed time.
Which they are doing already.
So it's pretty sad, and these things must stop. Keep up the good work. God bless you plenty. Let me read it again for emphasis. Carl from Bechile, he says, read this. There's a very worrying trend among Ghanaian artisans. When you give them work to do, they take advance payment, then they start playing games with you. They either won't answer your phone calls at all, or they will give you absurd excuses, stories upon stories. Then he goes on to tell us a story. A welder kept his car for 6 weeks, although he said it would take 1 week to finish working on it. And now the sprayer too is doing same. Commissar, every day new story. Meanwhile, these same people will start crying foul when foreigners, and he puts into bracket Chinese, start to set up one auto shop, auto garage here and there, and get work done within agreed time. It's pretty sad, and these must stop. Keep up the good work. God bless you plenty, he adds. Kakra, yeah. Kakra, it's not Kukwa, sorry.
That begs the question, who is Kukwa?
No, it's not a question at all. But is this an experience that you relate?
We shouldn't shake this.
No, we are talking about wellness.
Yes,
we are talking about artisans. We are talking about artisans. You can't intimidate me.
So please, I've overruled you.
I have been overruled. But this. I have an example. I have a story to share. So my sister's business, we hired an artisan to come fix.
Oh, right.
Signage. Okay. I've even lost track of time. I don't know how long it's taking.
Oh, no.
Every day we have to call this gentleman, come and fix the signage. And he's taking advance, by the way. But for me, it's not even just a matter of artisans. It's difficult these days to hire good talent.
Yeah.
And it raises the question about Ghana's human capital.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of plans do we have for the next generation of workers?
Yeah.
The present generation of workers.
Yeah.
What kind of spirit? What kind of attitude do they have towards the work? And it's difficult. I was having a conversation with a friend, and I was telling he was considering terminating the employment of a staff that he had. And I told him to slow down, monitor for some more time, because these days we don't keep or hire the best employee, and that what we rather do is we take the bad of the worst. And that's become the situation. And the interesting comparison with China, because if you're looking at the US, for instance, one of the main reasons or explanations behind their massive development is the investment in human capital. And so, granted that this is a big challenge in Ghana, every employer is going to complain about this. It also presents an opportunity. It probably will start with some kind of policy or some kind of intervention from the government, but it's an opportunity for us to pay attention to the human capital. I mean, we can't always depend on resources, natural resources, as paving the path towards our development. We haven't even seen that so much, and so we have to pay attention to the human capital that we have in this country.
Well, that's a brilliant submission you've made there. Except to fortify it further, taking it beyond what she said. So you see, when you are a fitter, as we refer to it in local parlance, or you are a mechanic, and someone brings to you a vehicle to fix for the person, by reason of you agreeing and taking advance, you have formed a contract.
Yeah.
Which contract you had already said expressly that you were going to deal with within a week, right? You were going to perform your side of the contract within a week. Failure to do that ordinarily would amount to breach of contract, which then gives rise to possible action against you for breach of contract, unless of course you have very good reasons why you could not finish the vehicle on time.
Yeah.
And the person who was supposed to be the beneficiary tells you that it's okay, let's vary the terms.
Sky, they won't even pick your call.
No, you understand? I'm coming to that.
Their phone is even off.
No, I'm coming to that. You see, so I have a classic example. I had a challenge caused by a driver who was handling the vehicle, and then he did something he ought not have done. Then the car developed a problem. The parts needed we couldn't get here. We had to bring in to fix the problem. Although it was fixed for some time, the nature of the thing was so much in the problem that I had. In fact, the thing had gotten worse. So then I called him that, Charlie, by you, the thing you have gone to do, you said you have fixed it, and I paid for this thing. What was going on? I said, okay, I'll come and look at it. I will take it back to the people, let them fix it. Then he comes to pick it up, takes it to the guys to go and work on it. The car was there. They said they were coming back the very day. He didn't come.
And he didn't call?
I didn't hear from him.
Yeah.
Then the next day, then he sends me a message that, oh, Charlie, the thing is giving some complex problems. So it looks like they have to do some further work. So later in the day, then he sends me a message that, oh, they said the problem that they had talked about first is not that problem.
It is something else.
Why you ask me for money to go and buy some whatever it was, a sensor or something?
Yeah.
And you had collected that money and you said you had gone to fix it. Why are you now telling me about something? If it was that problem, why didn't you?
For example, they say it's control board. You buy the control board and they later tell you it's bearing.
At that point, I was boiling. I was like, I was getting. And when I'm getting there, I don't like talking.
Accident.
So I said, okay, you go and do whatever you have to do to fix it. So I think for about a week or so, they couldn't find. They said, oh, then now they had to remove somebody else's something to go and try it, blah blah. Then now they say, oh, as for the car, now they have to buy the whole gearbox. And the money that they are mentioning for that gearbox alone.
It's not children.
So now the question is, should I rely on my relationship with the guy? If I'm not careful, it will become strange.
It'll be strange.
He introduced. I asked him, these guys you were talking about, do they have the competence to deal with that problem? He said, oh yeah, I would know.
I mean, these are the
your
people.
car
They
type
do.
is the one that they fix. They are experts. Blah 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 blah. So now, I've had to ask him to bring the vehicle back and come and park it, so that when I eventually get properly constituted, I can fix
in other words,
the problem. Now, you see, I have given you exactly.
It's good.
You know, ideally, what I should do is just take a lawsuit against the institute, the company that did this. But again, I mean,
which may cost you more,
so much more, and it will take such a long time.
If you cannot fix it, don't fidget with it. In other jurisdictions, you take your car there, they put the thing on it. He claimed that
they run the diagnostics
they
and get to know the exact problem.
They will know that, it is that. So
and it will cost you X, Y, Z, and it will take you A, B, C, D time to finish.
In fact, they will actually book you in. That, okay, we are sort of choked for now. Next week, Thursday, bring your vehicle. It will be here for the next, 3 days. We'll be able to finish everything, and you can come and pick it up, or we'll drive it to your house. So they log you in, and they know when to log you out. That is how they run the thing in a truly functional way. But in our case,
it's trial and error.
Yeah, that is not to say that you don't have walk-ins elsewhere. You can do it, but they price you differently. Because in that case, you are coming to cross some people and blah, blah, blah. So they have a way of dealing. And when they can deal with it there and then, they will tell you. But majority of the time in this country, many of the people we have are saying, they will go and do try and error, and then they'll spoil the thing.
No, they'll bring you new problem. That's what I don't get. The thing I've brought to you, fix this one. You won't finish it. I'm calling you. The one that kills me is when I'm even calling you, you won't answer. Before I know, the number is off. The next day I see you, you are saying good morning.
No, that you won't answer. No, let me just distinguish that. You see, maybe he's attending to somebody else's job, so he's not seeing your call.
No, but you can answer at a later time.
They want to return the call at all.
They're calling him at the time that it would have been convenient for him to answer. So maybe he should return your call.
They won't do that.
So then that
is
annoying.
I think that somehow we need to use our education to resolve some of these things, because like we've always said, we've placed a lot of emphasis on grammar education at the expense of technical. And for those who, when people take up technical, we actually look down on them and all until our vehicles or our gadgets break down and we need them fixed. Then we are told that, okay, then we face all these things that we face, because everything we are talking about is it's not just technical knowledge we are dealing about. We are talking about soft skills too. Your ability to reply an email on time or return a call, just update your clients, let them know that this and this is a challenge that we've had, and so we are unable to do this. Getting an invoice and getting it done on time, and also just being ethical, giving us the items by their prices and just charging for what your work is really worth. I don't see why people like to add margins or markups to items on, just tell me the cost and we do it, and let me know how much it's going to take you, and then we take care of that.
You know the thing, you see, I think we've repeatedly said on this platform that one of the problems we have currently is the conversion of our technical, polytechnics into the so-called technical universities, where it would appear that the founding dictum of the polytechnics would seem to have been lost entirely in the way they currently operate these technical universities. So that the kind of rigor you would expect to go into the training of these technical hands, it would seem that we now are concentrating on courses that take away what the core training should actually look like. And what is also happening is that the people in the system currently, Master Kofi, Master Kojo, they have not updated themselves. Technology has moved on. It is no longer you put wire on the positive and then another, and then you are holding the wire and you are trying to flash the battery to see whether there's power in it. There are modern ways of dealing with these problems. You understand? You can't just go and start removing parts. When you place the machine on the vehicle, it can tell you precisely what the problem is likely to be. So then, when it tells you that, you go to deal with that one first. If you deal with it and there's a secondary problem, the machine will trigger it. Or it can tell you that these are the problems that, we immediately suspect.
Yeah.
So that you can tackle them. But what we have is in many cases, people don't have that. They don't have the skill to even know that that is not how you deal with it. And then they just go into it. You ask him, can you do it? He say, yes, I can do it. And then he's doing it.
Everyday news story.
If new problems arise, you don't on your own volition start working on them. You have to go back to your clients and communicate to the person. Because if you go and do it and you incur extra cost and they are not ready to pay, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, just yesterday, a friend told me a story, and I was telling her that, oh no, the way you handled it is unlawful. So it reminds me my own story, something I did so many years ago. So she took her phone to a repairer to fix because there was some problem. The repairer claimed that he fixed the problem, but when the phone came back, the screen was spotting some ink, like the screen had developed a problem. The guy told him and threatened him that please don't bring the phone back. That's a problem I cannot fix. I said, but I brought you the phone with a specific condition.
Now it's an extra.
Now you have brought me a problem to deal with. You say you can't fix it. Back and forth, like calling.
Yeah.
The guy won't answer, and then threats upon threats. Now, she had to rely on someone she knows within the police service.
Uniform.
Now, they went to pick the guy up, took him to counterback, and then now told him that, look, you have to fix this problem. If you don't fix it, so you have between this time and that time to fix it. Now, the guy can't fix the thing there.
Yeah.
He now had to call someone who now came to take the phone, fixed it, brought it back before the guy was released. Now, what's the story here? First of all, the lady brought a problem. You, in an attempt to fix the problem, you created another problem. What you do is to deal with it.
Yeah.
And if some people, they realize that, oh, maybe it was not through any fault of yours that this thing happened, so maybe I can, subsidize the cost of fixing it. He didn't look at it like that. He wanted to intimidate the lady.
Yes.
Of course, you cannot use the police to enforce a civil, right that may have accrued to you, which you can enforce elsewhere. It is not the police's job to go and be dealing with contract
should have taken it to court or what? This will be another year's issue.
So you are abusing what the police service is there for.
In that case, how should she
This is a civil dispute. So you go and deal with it in the small
But the guy is threatening the lady.
So the threat then will be the element that the police would deal with. In that case, then
that's what she did.
No,
exactly. That's what she did.
That's
what, because the guy is
supposed to enforce the rights under the contract, and which is problematic.
Yes, but he opened that window. An element of criminality.
Precisely. I mean, while we're at it, Boat Foods is definitely the number one option for the delivery of all your favorite meals from your favorite restaurants. One Boat Food. On Boat Foods, you get a delicious medium Ghana man wings and a bottle of Coke for just 260 Ghana cedis. Grab a small Ghana man wings and a bottle of Coke for 99 Ghana cedis from Papa's Pizza. These offers are exclusively available for you on Boat Foods. Download the app today. That's the Boat Foods app today and enjoy. If you're looking for a little more in life without spending more, I get it. Every city counts. That's why I want to share something that's really made a great difference. That's the ABSA Abapa account. Is designed for people like us. They work hard, deserve more for less. With the ABSA Abapa account, you get a free GH link card, access to loans of up to 50,000 Ghana cedis. You have high interest rates on your savings, free SMS alerts to help you track every peso you spend. There is seamless mobile and online banking. There's no need to join long queues. And it's quite simple to open. So go ahead and open your ABSA Abapa account today. T's and C's apply. Your story matters, ABSA. And get ready for a game changer SMEs. We're introducing the Yellow Biz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. This all-in-one package consists of 4G plus router with 10 gigabytes of free data, Microsoft Office 365, WebWiz, Unicom service, all you need to enhance your business productivity. powerful online presence and superior customer experience. Call 100 or 0244 308 111. Email mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Terms and conditions apply. And this is coming from GCB to all its shareholders. They are saying that they would want to keep you updated on the go, and having accurate contact information on you will enable them to communicate important updates and notifications. So if you've changed your numbers, you need to update your records, telephone numbers, email address, all of that, so you can get regular, timely, and relevant updates. So kindly visit any of their branches and get these done. Website is gcbbank.com.gh. Shareholders registered on their CSD may contact their brokers for necessary records updates to be done. With a few simple steps, you'll be good to go. GCB is your bank for life. We'll take a very quick break. When we're back, we'll continue. There's more for you.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
From back in the day, when Afro hair was trending and children had to queue to play Kojo's video game, Fun Milk was always irresistible. Today, it's an after-school source of refreshment. For you stuck in traffic and for us looking to cool off under the sun, the invitation is always that sound. So, whatever your choice, Fun Milk quality product keeps you cool and refreshed. Fun Milk triggers so much fun and excitement with just a blast of a horn. Fun Milk, spreading joy to everyone. This advert is FDA approved.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you two things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genevia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers molding furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I don't know who's worse. Dressmakers, masons, tailors, carpenters, mechanics. I don't know. Help me rank them. It's a headache. Artisans, right? Some are great. A good number. My God. It's my birthday today, and I'll be glad if you give me a shout out on air. It's the name is Dr. Rejoice W. Foley of Absa Bank Head Office. Dr. Rejoice, you're a big woman. We understand you're a big advocate and volunteer for the work that involves getting street-connected children in Ghana back on track. You're amazing. We celebrate you. The work you do is so important. Happy birthday to you. This message says, Charlie, I'm dealing with a welder and it's the same for 6 weeks. I went there yesterday. They can't start the engine. Now some sensors be spoiled. Meanwhile, I take the car, come the sensor no spoil. Charlie. It's a big headache. It's just fidgeting, experimenting.
So you see, there's this message that I have here. Let me read some of these messages to help our discussion.
Yeah.
So this one from Kweku says, most of these mechanics have no clue what they are doing. The electronics on the vehicles these days are beyond the capacity of these wayside mechanics. One of the commonest sites in Accra now is that of mechanics workshops.
Yeah.
They are everywhere.
Yeah.
They've taken up every available
space,
including open spaces in residential areas.
Yeah.
Many of these vehicles have been sitting there for months, if not years, including BMWs and Mercedes, with weeds growing inside of them. Now, they have no capacity whatsoever to fix them, but they will just keep telling more stories. So there's this one.
Yeah.
Let me just add this.
Please
one
go ahead.
So this one says, my Porsche Cayenne is currently sitting with a particular company since December. After they recommended that I should buy certain parts, one after the other, costing me huge sums of money in excess of 30,000 Ghana cedis. I'm now left with buying a completely new engine. I probably should even see you so that you can deal with them for me. This
so
one,
see, all people are making money and buying luxury vehicles, and all the mechanics are not. We
have not upgraded them.
Yes,
and this
that's why we need to take our technical education very seriously and encourage more people who have the appetite and aptitude to do the same.
This one says, Charlie, I gave my car to one guy, and when I went back to pick up the car, the guy handed me some bolts and nuts.
So what?
Telling me that's the remaining bolts and nuts from the vehicle. Now I asked him if he by any chance bought those ones.
Yeah.
And he responded no. I asked, how come you removed all these nuts and bolts and you did not fix them back? And his response was that what has been fixed is enough and the rest will not be necessary. Charlie, I nearly went bonkers. I had to sit on him to remove the part and refix.
Find where the bolts should be.
Yeah. You know, the problem here is that, you see, all of these messages reflect something. From the Kweku side, the person doesn't have the capacity to even deconstruct the vehicle in the first place. But because he thinks he's a mechanic, he can fix anything. Meanwhile, you don't have even the basic training in, say, for instance, a Tesla vehicle comes to you. You have not gone to the US or any part of the Western world to learn how to handle these vehicles. Yet because you think that you have worked on, say, some Toyota, over the years, you think that you can fix it. So you go deconstruct the thing, and then you can't put it back. You go create a problem. Meanwhile, there are online these days. If you go to YouTube, you will find that companies have dedicated channels that tell you specifically how to deal with the parts of the vehicle that would normally develop problems. So if you are applying yourself to current realities as a mechanic, you go there. Yes, maybe you must have a basic training in that, how to deal with that vehicle. Yeah. But if you have seen something that you do not understand, go there and interrogate it. Go and look at it. Oh, how is it done? There are channels or platforms where they have a discussion on, some of these challenges, how to deal with them. They won't do it too. No. They don't even, many of them don't even know how to even go on these platforms to find out how to do it.
It's a very important point that you're making. And whether or not you're going to, self-learn from YouTube or whatever, you have to find a way to go through some tutelage in whatever job that you're doing. And I find that increasingly there isn't that humility to relearn or learn more about what improve the skills that you have for a particular job, or if in the case of being an artisan. There's a growing culture of I want to be my own boss. That comes with even greater responsibility, where you have to manage yourself beyond managing the people you're working with. And I think that we need to pay attention to this, especially in the TVET sector. But for me, generally, when it comes to employment, I think that's a problem. Humble yourself, find somebody you can understudy and learn from that person, get guidance and self-improve, as Sky is saying. Because if there are implications, if you wreck up somebody's vehicle and they take the matter up to court, and you're a young fitter, as you say, and you go to court and you are forced to, the contract is there's a specific performance order and you are forced to enforce the contract, or for the breach you're asked to pay some money. Where are you going to find that money?
A man of straw is a man of straw.
It's a man of straw.
You see, that's the other side of it. And you see, you've made very valid points there. The question is, who then should compel them to go back to school and learn? You see, that is where standards come in.
Standardization.
Yes. In other countries, you cannot just go say you have opened a garage and people should bring their vehicle. There are certification requirements. There are licenses that are issued, so that where you act, you put the thing there. Everybody walking in has a legitimate expectation that, this guy, he knows what he's doing. And if I give my vehicle to him,
deliver a certain standard.
There's a reasonable performance we expect from him. Now, if the vehicle comes out and there's a problem, then you can properly sue him and say, my friend, what is the issue here? But in this case, the man is parked under some tree and says that he's a mechanic. And someone recommends him, Charlie, this guy, they deal with cars, so you send your thing there. And you take your vehicle there and there's a problem. Sometimes they even run away. So look at this, the one Tony was talking about. He had to buy many parts and eventually now he has to buy a new engine. And he's talking about very, reputable institution in this country. In that case, if he takes them to court right now, it's a matter that would have to go on for some time before. So what do you do? If that is the only vehicle that you have? Look, there are times that these things will happen. There are exceptions rather than what appears to have become the norm. It's become the norm. Like, you take your vehicle there and they...
Sky, they won't pick your call. They
take your shirts to the tailor, the seamstress, you take your... you order for food. The service is just bad.
And the way they insist on taking the money... When they insist on taking the money, when they get the money to her, then the attitude changes altogether.
They should know that they have formed a contract.
This conversation is making my head ache.
What's your own story?
My head is aching. So you bring comments.
Bring this comment. This person says the problem is both ways. And so one, he says there's an issue with costing. Most artisans don't want to lose the job, so they accept the job and realize funds aren't enough. If it aren't enough, then they start to play games. 2, some clients want it cheap and try to exploit artisans. 3, in the course of fixing a vehicle, other issues crop up which require extra money, parts and labor. All this can increase the time the vehicle spends at the shop. But I think if this is going to be the case, you have to lay that out for the clients to understand. Another message coming. Exactly. Another message coming from Fred. He says, "Hello, CBS team. The problem with most Ghanaians is in 3 parts. 1, bad attitude. 2, lack of empathy. And 3, carelessness. Artisans just refuse to do the right thing.
Good morning, City. The issue in most cases is people don't take their time to learn, but are driven by money. Unqualified artisans are branding themselves now, hence see themselves as celebrity fixer, celebrity shoemaker, celebrity barber. I bought a leather slipper from a random Nigerian lady on Twitter in 2020. Guess what? I'm still using it. 2 years ago, I bought a pair of leather slippers from a popular Kumasi-based shoemaker who has been on TV and radio. Guess what? I could not use it for up to 6 months.
Sorry.
Caleb,
Yes.
I paid in full for a kaftan in October for an event that took place last December, and up till now, the tailor keeps giving me one excuse after another.
No, the event has happened. It's gone.
Yes.
That was my experience.
And they've paid the designer or whoever.
So
but the kaftan is still not back.
Yeah, so back in the village, before you continue the message, back in the village, we take Christmas very serious.
Very, very important.
So my mother went to the market, bought
What you-
nice shaky
was it
material.
lace?
No, shaky material.
Yeah, you don't iron it so much.
Oh, God.
So in anticipation of Christmas, we took it to this guy.
Afogano.
No, he's not Afogano. We call him Toku. So we took the thing to the man. The man measured me. Say they can't deliver Christmas dress for me. Charlie, I will go there. The thing, wow. Charlie, Christmas is coming. What's up? Charlie,
And the Christmas is dependent on the shirt.
Christmas is coming. What's up? Charlie, what's happening?
Oh, for Tokbo.
Charlie, we say, oh, don't worry. I will do it.
I've started cutting it.
For where? Where is the material? Boo.
The fabric, no.
Where is my dress? Boo.
Nothing.
Charlie, one day, the Christmas campus, the Christmas, we know they postpone the Christmas. So I just went there one day, I just carry his machine. I carry his machine and
Carry his
confuse
machine.
him. Charlie, I say if
Out
you
of
know,
your frustration.
out of
You
my
still won't get your shirt.
It became a whole matter. Now they had to come and talk to my old lady. It took some time to actually resolve that matter. So, look, these guys, they can fix it. In fact, people have ruined their weddings as a result of things like that.
Wedding gowns,
Yes,
cakes, suits.
If you can't do it, say you
Even
can't
the
do it.
makeup. Because sometimes when they are done, you watch yourself in the mirror, you are scared. Is that me? Because you can't believe it.
It's the lack of standards. If the person is having a wedding this weekend, at least maybe allow 1 week. Tell the person, look, yes, I'll bring you the thing a week to time so that you can do fitting and blah blah. But sometimes too, it is overexposure. You know that you can only sew for 100 people. Yet, because the contract has come,
The money is coming.
so you have gone to take for 1,000. Meanwhile, you have not mobilized to increase capacity, so that you can execute the contract. It's completely unacceptable.
Rex from Thailand also says sometimes it's our fault. It's always about, I know someone cheaper. And what do you expect when you know someone cheaper? If you are going for someone, while there is that, there are also high-end people who charge you premium and give you very, very bad attitude.
I'm telling you about a company that the people vouch for that. Oh, this one, that is their expertise, and I know that but it's not something I want to. I don't. When I go and engage, I will expend my energy for nothing. You understand? So I could have taken it to a wayside guy to fix it, but I didn't say that a wayside guy to fix it.
You went to a professional.
Yeah, somebody who should know what.
So it's service delivery generally. It's not about because you went for a cheaper alternative, you're suffering these consequences. But hello guys, this is coming from Fred in Kolebu. He says, hello guys, who certifies the mechanic to kill you and your family on the road? All professions are regulated and insured, and someone ensures they have the competence to handle your life. Good morning, Caleb and team.
Good morning.
What you guys are discussing comes down to greed. Most artisans don't deliver simply because they don't know how to book a specific number of clients based on their own efficiency. I think Sky was alluding to that. So some of them know very well how busy they are, yet they won't direct you to another person or reschedule. They will take as many as possible and give them the same date to deliver, which doesn't make sense. And when clients come and I tell them I'm booked for the week, they want to mount pressure. And if I refuse, because I don't want to disappoint, they rather get angry. This is Nanajwa from Tema.
That's an interesting one.
That's a better way of dealing with it. If you can't deal with it, tell the person, look,
turn it down.
I'm overbooked. So I can recommend somebody, or maybe just go and find somebody else to do it. You see, just like you have in the legal profession, if you don't have expertise in, say, family law, don't go and take up a divorce matter and go and just mess it up, because in that case they'll haul you before the General Legal Counsel, and then you have to answer questions before the disciplinary committee, in which case they can even revoke your license. You see, that's where licensing regimes come in. If the mechanics are properly licensed through a rigorous regime of training and certification at the end of the day, so that when you walk into their shops, you see that the shop is properly laid out, and he's displaying his license and numbers and all of these things. Then when something happens, then you first of all would have to engage the licensing authority. Is it Ghana Institution of Mechanics or whatever it may be? So then they can come down heavily on the guy. If they have to revoke his license, so that at the end of the day, he doesn't inflict the same problem on other people, it should be done. If they will make a ruling that he should compensate you in a way, that should be done. But it would seem, I don't know, I've not looked at the space closely to know whether there is some form of regulation. So let me issue that caveat. But if that is not there, then there's a huge lacuna that would have to be there.
If it is, then the work that is being done is very subpar. It's subpar because the experiences people I know have, and those I have myself, it doesn't show that the space is regulated in any way, and it's not it's not fun at all. Hello team. As for the mechanics, let me take this one. As for the mechanics, the least said the better. It's becoming increasingly difficult to find any guy with good character. Either he wants to cheat or he will not be transparent in his dealings. Very soon, these roadside guys will run out of business because these new vehicles are becoming sophisticated and they are not willing to learn. For me, I engage mechanics on certain conversations just to test their cognitive abilities before I hand over my car to them. If they don't pass the test, massa, forget it. Can you imagine after assembling a unit together in a car, there will be about 3 bolts left in the mechanic's hand, and he will proudly say it's not important to fix the 3.
I say even food delivery, even food delivery, the food that will arrive in your house, somebody has done some testing somewhere.
They've tested the meal on the way.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, man.
Okay, so this is Sony from Germany. He says, Caleb, can you imagine it's 2 months now? My tailor isn't responding to my audio and text messages.
Look at that.
I sent him money to sew 2 kaftans and be given to someone. I was coming to Germany.
Who was coming to Germany okay.
last 2 months. The lady called this sailor for a number of times and he didn't respond. I did an audio message and replied, but I had a contract to sew some school uniforms, so I will do yours right away and send it through DHL. So that's the response you got. Caleb, if it's today, these dresses will reach me in Germany. If it's today, these dresses will reach me in Germany, dear. I don't know. Some are actually not serious and later be blaming governments that there's no work. I can even send you some of the audio messages.
No, I don't know, but look, some of our artisans are extremely gifted and very good also. But they have such poor work ethic that you wonder what it would take to fix these.
Scheduling. You see, all of these things, that is why formal training or informal training that inculcates some of these things will usually help.
Yeah.
Because you would have been told about what is optimal, what is efficient.
Yeah.
If you, as an individual, how many dresses you can sew in a week, for instance. That calculation, the economics of sewing. I mean, ideally, that should go into the training. That, okay, if you, as an individual, you can only do 1
in a day,
then if you are taking a contract that will require that you would over-expend yourself, then perhaps you should get somebody else to join you, right? So if you get a contract, maybe I get a contract, I can't do it all, then I'll call, what do you call it, Kakra, and say, oh, Kakra, Charlie, this one, it'll be like, Abinho. So can we do it together? In that case, you do it together, discharge your responsibilities, and you share the money. But greed, as someone pointed out, some people, yes, they have the capacity to handle some, but not all. Instead of calling Teacher Kofi or Master Kofi, who also is an expert in this field, to come and help, they won't do it like that. Minkwamede. And then also, people are not reinvesting in their businesses. If you got a contract that gave you, say, 200,000 Ghana cedis for uniforms that you did some sewing for.
Spread it. Get extra hands.
First of all, you get extra hands. And once you think that your business is now growing and you want to build capacity to take on additional jobs. Acquire more machines.
Technology.
Exactly. Now, there are swifter ways of cutting these days. There are machines that if you put you just program it properly,
it draws the sketches and help you cut it accurately,
perfection, with precision. But people still are using the hand, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, you have been working for some time now, and maybe you are earning good money. Some will use the money on things that don't matter. Some of just expose themselves to other things, responsibilities, so that your business is suffering. You have taken the guy's money, and then you have gone to buy 2 bags or 10 bags of cement. Well, who told you that the guy doesn't want to build himself? Once you took the money to actually sew for him, discharge that responsibility, and with that good name, you get someone else to come. Because if I'm sewing somewhere and I'm happy where I am, I'll invite my friends to come and then sew there. But if you are bad, seamstress, that is it.
As you would know, we've dedicated our platforms to promoting Made in Ghana and product, service delivery and all that. So we certainly believe in the quality that comes from our space, and we certainly are championing and pushing them to the ends of the world as we can. But there are some in-house, housekeeping conversations we must have. We must look into the mirror and have some very, very deep conversations with ourselves before we embarrass ourselves out there. To be honest, some of the service delivery we are getting is not the best. If you take away these mechanics and other things, just even basic things like you go to a grocery shop, you're buying something, the one whose shop it is somewhere in the house, and there's a kid in the shop, she's lying there, she can see someone standing there, she's not even minding you, she's on the phone, and like, hey, what's up, baby? Then she stretches and is looking at you, what do you want? I want milk. They will go and bring something you don't want, another one. Then finally, when they get you what you want, there is a film of dust on the milk. They won't even have the decency to clean it before even giving to you. I don't know how we do things like this and expect to beat any competition from anywhere.
There was a funeral we went to in behind Radio Gold is what? Banana Inn, is that where it is? Yeah, it would seem. There's something of Uganda, some church.
Matters of Uganda?
Yeah, it must have been. Some church like that. So, one of our colleagues died, and the father or mother died, and we went there. So, so many years ago. So, we felt that we needed to eat something. So, we went to some kinky
some joints like that.
Yes, so somebody directed us.
Oh, it's right by the roadside.
Yeah, not far away. So
there's a story building behind the kinky.
No, that's one. So that people don't misconstrue. So we went there, and then and then we were shouting that, oh, what on what he need, and then eventually then we saw a woman who was trying to attend to a boy of about, say, 3 years old or 2 years old. And apparently she was the one selling the kinky. So this boy needed to be cleaned up after doing
my God.
So the woman said, okay, we should wait. She was coming. Then we looked, I look at my friend's face. He must have been.
And he also looked at
you. He also looked at my face.
What's happening
here? Okay, so the woman finished, right? Without even going to, what do you call it? Do the needful, clean her hands properly after attending
soap
to
and water.
nothing like that. Oh. So she just was coming straight, like the cloth that she was wearing used it too.
No, man, it's really getting out of hand. Some of your comments are coming in. We'll share them with you. However, if you're building big, Vaniado is ready to build with you. From high-end apartments to office blocks, hotels to private homes, Vaniado is a trusted name for premium finishes at project-friendly prices. Sky, if you pass through Vaniado, you know the Kama Conference Center. Sky, Kama Conference Center. Yeah. I have to start calling you Francisca before I say something else.
Yeah.
Have you heard what he said?
What's happening here?
He almost called me another name.
No, calm down. No, they supply luxury bathrooms, Scavaloni kitchens. Yeah. Tiles that combine international quality with unbeatable value. Perfect for architects, contractors, developers, and interior. No, I passed through the place and I love the kitchen setup, the bathroom. No, everything there is solid, international, correct distance. So, Sky, for your next project, I know you finished a number of projects, but for your next project, and Francisca, you have to pass through Vaniado. And the best part is Vaniado offers bulk deals, special project pricing, and tailored packages to suit every scale. We don't just supply, we partner with you to deliver excellence on time and on budget. Vaniado is on the Ring Road opposite Laboni Junction, so call 055 0000031 or 0244 380293. Speak to our project team. Vaniado is powering bold projects. Now let me tell you about Jibu Water. If you're an entrepreneur looking for meaningful business ownership opportunities, or if you dream to provide water in a more sustainable way, worry no more. Partner with Jibu through our franchise network. With 50,000 Ghana cedis, you can receive the equipment, training, and support needed to launch your own business, purifying and selling affordable, refillable drinking water. Let the dream become a reality. We have an exciting offer for new customers and businesses. We provide free bottles and dispenser machines for corporate businesses. If you want to start smaller, no problem. You can be a Jibu distributor or reseller in your area. Call us now 0302 528 669 or 0209 845 817. Jibuco.com/gh is the website. Jibu is a better life. Parents, the world is changing fast, driven by AI and technology. Will your child be ready for that future? Join Nyansapo Institute's STEM Bootcamp happening this July 21st to August 8th at the Academic City University. Your child won't just learn, they will build, they will explore and lead in exciting fields like 3D design and printing, Python programming, artificial intelligence and robotics, game development, cybersecurity, and augmented as well as virtual reality. World class camp is designed by engineers and educators from both the US and Ghana. So don't wait, spots are limited. Call or WhatsApp 0537 117334. Register now. Nyansapo STEM Bootcamp. Your child's future starts here. Let's get into some messages. Okay, we'll take a very quick break. When we're back, we'll bring you some of your messages. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Get ready for more. More goals, more drama, more nail-biting edge of your seat. Oh my word, did you see that? 32 teams, 63 matches, one unmissable tournament. The all-new FIFA Club World Cup on SuperSport.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer, and many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills, globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's BTech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
Hot Jobs! Tired of HR headaches? Simplify your business with Hot Jobs Africa. As your one-stop HR shop, we handle recruitment, labor outsourcing, expatriate management, consultancy services, and corporate trainings. Plus, we offer staff basing and 100% staff support to boost productivity. Don't let HR hassles hold you back. Contact Hot Jobs Africa today. Call us on 030-3980-362. WhatsApp us on 020-433-6004 or email info@hotjobsafrica.org. Visit our website www.hotjobsafrica.org. Hot Jobs Africa. Think HR, think Hot Jobs.
Hot Jobs! From back in the day when Afro hair was trending and children had to queue to play Kojo's video game, Fun Milk was always irresistible. Today, it's an after-school source of refreshment. For you stuck in traffic and for us looking to cool off under the sun, the invitation is always that sound. So, whatever your choice, Fun Milk quality product keeps you cool and refreshed. Fun Milk triggers so much fun and excitement with just a blast of a horn. Fun Milk, spreading joy to everyone. This advert is FDA approved.
On the go, night or day, PBL app is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Seven minutes to the top of the hour. DSTV says you've spoken, they've heard you. DSTV has cooked something absolutely amazing just for you. An upgrade to the next higher package, and that's on us. That's right. All you need to do is to pay your subscription today and get an instant upgrade onto the next higher package for free. Enjoy the FIFA World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup, best of drama, awesome entertainment for the kids, reality shows, novellas, epic Ghanaian talent, family fun, and the best live sports. Just pay today using *759# or any of our other payment options. There's a promo that's available from now until 31st July. T's and C's apply. DSTV is your home of entertainment. So if you're ready to lead at the next level, the Management Bootcamp 2025 is your game changer. From the trusted teams behind Citi FM and Channel 1 Television comes a power-packed, elite leadership experience designed to ignite your strategic edge, sharpen your decision-making, and elevate your executive presence. Unlock insights from top industry leaders in strategic thinking, organizational culture, crisis management, and so much more. It's happening on Sunday, the 22nd of June to Saturday, the 28th of June 2025. Platinum Bay and Passion Bays hotels are the venues. 0242011424 is the number to call to register. Seats are limited, so secure yours now. Management Boot Camp 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM. Now, you know, you've heard about Mpox, right? It's a disease that's caused by the Mpox virus. It's similar to chickenpox, but it's not the same. It spreads from animal to human and from human to human through physical contact, beddings, clothes, infected surfaces, droplets, and sexual contact with an infected person. Now, the signs and symptoms include fever, headache, muscle aches, swelling lymph nodes, tiredness, and later rashes that appear starting from the face to other parts of the body. So avoid close contact with any person with a rash. An infected person should report immediately to the nearest health facility. Do not share your personal belongings and even soap with an infected person. Items used by an infected person should be washed separately with hot water to avoid infection to others. Practice good hygiene. Anyone can get Mpox regardless of age and sex, so please be aware. However, note that Mpox is treatment of Mpox is free. I almost said Mpox is free. Treatment is rather free. Gentlemen and lady, we have some more messages coming through. I see carpenters in the mix now.
Okay, Caleb, I gave my carpenter 6,000 Ghana cedis. It's been 3 months now and still no action. He's not answering my calls, and his partner in the shop is also tired of his attitude. I need Sky's advice on this.
You know, they don't pick, not picking the call is what kills me, you know. Like, he's drawing what?
The plan.
Charlie,
Yeah, that's wrong.
for sure that thing.
Team, I think it's a general misbehavior of us all. Ghana lacks customer service attitude from all government agencies to the roadside guy. I have in all my years on Accra come across only one mechanic who is time conscious. If he cannot make it, he tells me. One allied fuel station is refusing to reverse a transaction for months. Generally, Ghana needs a customer service school. This is Kweku Ananse Manso. Hello guys, great discussion. Please, it's not all of us.
Tell me.
For me, I take what I can do and I do
sure?
not miss.
Are
I'm
you
a
sure?
fashion designer and suit expert.
I
Please
see.
tell Francisca to get a material and call me.
Are you sure?
Nana Kwame East Lagos.
Nana
Hills.
Kwame.
Yo,
I
Nana
see.
Kwame. we
So
met.
now you are doing vibes.
Hi, morning city. It's time we drive. We drivers also have a bit of knowledge about the cars we drive. Imagine a mechanic telling me my spark plugs will cost 350 Ghana cedis. I went to buy the same thing from a shop for 250 Ghana cedis and I fixed it myself.
The issue is with the time, you know. A lot of the people are very busy. Not everyone can leave their work and go to Abosokan to go and buy spark plugs and bumper and things like that.
Yeah, so the economists will tell you that there is opportunity cost
Yes.
to that.
Yes.
You know, so that if you have to leave what you're doing, which will bring you some money to go and look for the thing yourself,
Exactly.
you would rather want that inconvenience to go to somebody else
Correct.
so that you can stay with. So if it will cost you additional 100 Ghana cedis, why not stay with what you're doing and 2,000?
Which will earn you 2,000.
See, that's the reason. So the people, the mechanics, some of them, not all of them, know that that's the situation with others. So
No, just let me know how much are you going to take. Don't give me the impression of me, yeah, the abua, and then when you finish, then you sort me out or you give me something. Just let me know what you're going to take for this. But every day you make it look like you're doing me a favor, and then when I need you to answer questions, then because you think you're doing me a favor, then I should just leave it like that.
No, it's not a favor. You're paying for the service.
But that's the mentality.
Challenge is not easy.
Okay, another message, guys.
No,
this
go
thing.
back. I think
Yeah, there was
somebody
one
say something.
at the top. Yes.
Okay, good morning, Caleb, Sky, and all others. Please, I'm the all others. When the dollar was at 17 cedis, vulcanizers charged 10 cedis for pumping pressure in all 4 ties. The last time I checked, the dollar is 10.29 to the cedi, but Wache, Kenke, and Gobe sellers have not increased the quantity. Ejayao, North Kaneshi.
Why is this suggesting that the cost of pumping the air is related to the cost of the dollar? Well, maybe some of the inputs, but
the gas, no?
Yeah, maybe the gas. Maybe you
gone
use
down.
it like fuel, right, or electricity. So, but has the cost of electricity gone down? That one is it's tenuous. I mean,
quickly, Caleb, I wanted to share Proverbs 22:1. Okay. Sort of to help you wrap up the conversation. And it reads that a good name is better than great riches.
God bless you.
Wow.
Preach.
I see. Wow.
We should take collection. We have closed. Minister Francisca Kakrafos. The Lord bless and
No. We say
this is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Amen. Yes. We're all going to the Agri fair right from here, so catch you there when you catch you there later. See you do well to pass by. It's top of the hour. My name is Caleb Kuda.
Ajun B is in the studio.
Ajun B. Is that your name now? Ajun B.
That's the name Sky has given me. Can you imagine?
No, Ajun B there. You have to speak to your lawyers. Speak to Francisca to deal with the lawyer for you. Yeah. So what's in the news at Jubi Accounting?
Coming up, Health Accounting Staff Association of Ghana to embark on strike over stalled negotiations of their